blah 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 blah. Reading the signs, reading the signs.
No, he's a restreamer. He's making things restream.
That's exactly
other
what
people. Yeah, you're doing that promo. Okay, so
I'm waiting for you to post it.
It's one of those things where it all begins with. Oh yeah, roll it in. That's right. Oh no, what's going on? Woo! Hey, it's inaugural. It's that moment. It's that moment. We're having that moment, you guys. We're having that moment together. We're twitching and we're twitching our tubes, tubing our twitches all
we're
around.
twitching our tubes.
That's right. It's that time. It's greasy conversation time. It's a new era. Boy, don't listen to yourself in headphones with a delay. It's super. Do you know that's actually a thing where you can speech jam?
Yeah.
Someone?
You know, I know that.
Yeah, he can get speech
There's like
jammed.
a Mythbusters on it or something like. There's one of those misters. Bust misters?
Busted a myth.
They just miss myths. They just go past them.
Myth.
It's like a.
Do you
Oh,
remember
we
the game
missed
Myth?
another myth. Myth misters. Okay. We've got so much news, you guys. You want to see it? Boom. You can look at all our news. Look, you can see it, pages of it. Scroll a page and a half. But still,
It's still a lot
yeah,
of news.
super proud.
Right? It still counts as a lot, guys.
It's
please.
news-esque
Please
what we've got
validate
going
me.
on. And we've got
Yes,
Chris and
yes.
DoLLL here again, helping us not only inaugurate the Twitch stream, but get redemption from my angry episode where we had YouTube stream issues, and I was sad.
No,
and
it was
made
the,
me
it was the
question
other
everything.
one.
Where's the link was?
Oh, was it the one before that?
No,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
the Facebook. That was the shit.
No, it was.
Yeah.
And now we've got this robust Twitch chat where you can Twitch chat us up and you can actually see it, see your little chats appear on the screen here like a baller. And I accidentally put my own head on top of my own head. Let's fix that for you. Boom, there you go.
Waz, what's the link?
Classy.
The link is woz.lol. If you go to that, if you post on Facebook though, you want to put the http:// before, otherwise it won't pop up as a link because of the non-traditional thing where there's normally a .com. But yeah, woz.lol. The very top of that location, you're gonna have links to both of the things that you're probably already at right now. You're at one of them, but also RadioVegas.rocks. Greasy old RadioVegas.rocks. Mention that with any of our sponsors. There's situations like Naked City Pizza will give you 10% off. Pinche's Tacos. When you're out and about getting tacos named after a swear word in the Latin community. When you're unbuttoning people's lapels.
It's like
Not
those
lapel,
toys.
was like a epaulette.
I think so, actually.
epileptic?
Holy crap! I totally think that's actually what it's called.
It's called epaulette, yeah.
You guys suck.
I've got a classy foundation to
This
my
jacket
misuse
is
of
so
words.
cool. It's got zippers everywhere. It's like that toy you get when you're like this big. You get to unzip everything and rebutton. It's
Totally.
like
This episode's about my jacket.
I can tell just being in the room from
personal
you that you've
fidget.
got to pull your mic closer to you.
The jacket
Bring your
is
whole
set.
self over here.
Oh, okay,
Bring
here we
your,
go.
Bring your
yeah.
whole self and
It's all
what,
good.
what
Yeah.
makes you you. Bring that towards one another. So, because I see your mic so extended, it's trying so hard to reach
like
you.
straight.
Look, his is leaning back, and yours is like, come
straight.
over here. I want to be your microphone. But that's enough of that. Go check it out. Yeah, that's one of the first crunchy
Boom.
bank door note. You know, when the bank vault closes on the news, you're like, that's news vault opening. Yeah.
right.
Welcome to Twitch.
Yeah.
I mean, welcome Twitch people.
This
it's
is just
not
how
just
it
like
is.
that. We get
You just gotta
informative.
get
Get
used to
ready.
it.
Yeah. We just
Um,
start excited.
All right, let's start with we got a few of these actually, and I'm kind of glad. Guess where this happened?
We've got to guess where it happened. Guess
Which
where
is
it
an
happened.
official, unofficial segment. All right, so dude was arrested for threatening to commit an act of terrorism, threatening terrorism, by posting on Facebook, and he threatened to shoot as many girls as he could see after blaming virginity.
What?
Oh man, another incel.
Yeah.
Incel stands for involuntary celibate for
Yeah.
those new to the thing. I mean, my sympathy and all, but it's not like the world's fault.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like
It's
there's
certainly
a
not, like,
place.
women's
Well,
No offense, but there's a system in order that's existed for hundreds of years before us, where in order for the best reproduction to occur, more likely than less beneficial to the species beyond you, so these nearsighted people got to realize that you have to have game if you want your ancestors to have game. We're a species built on game in it. So if you ain't got
all
game,
species are.
then
Yeah.
you're not
That's
gonna have
totally
you're not gonna have an envelope climb on your. What's another rod-shaped thing we mentioned?
what?
We're talking about
Piccadilly.
streams, tubes. Yeah,
Tubes.
no
Yeah,
tube for
envelope,
you.
No envelope.
Yeah, no stream from your tube. That's what's going on there. It's like I knew I had an innuendo with.
There's
what's
no
going
Twitch
on.
in my tube.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's what I was going for.
All right, stream over. We did it. All right. I just got to read this quote, though. It's great. by this
Quote
dude.
it. We're still guessing where this is taking place, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I wanted was a girlfriend. Not 1,000, not a bunch of hoes, not money, none of that. All I wanted was to be loved. Yet no one cares about me. I'm 27 years old and I've never had a girlfriend before, and I'm still a virgin. This is why I'm planning on shooting up a public place soon and being the next mass shooter, because I'm ready to die, and all the girls that turned me down is going to make it right by killing as many girls as I see.
They're gonna love that. You know, in
Yo.
prison he gets letters like, "I'm right with you."
Yeah, but you gotta do that first and then go to prison. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
but I
gonna
don't
get
know if like,
massive tail. In
I
prison
mean, I
from
don't know
that.
if it's the same as like the serial killer appeal, you know, because like
Oh, yeah.
Charles Manson had like women in love with him who would write him letters all the time. I don't know if that's the same appeal. I don't know what the appeal was with Charles Manson, but you know,
Because
whatever.
he was
What do I know?
awesome. Sorry. No, he
This
was.
is one of those Charles Manson did nothing wrong
Yeah,
jokes.
totally.
Did he? Where's the joke? I don't know.
He was a fine,
You know-
upstanding citizen his entire life.
Here's a
Well,
fun
his
fact.
music was amazing, though, you guys. It was
Here's a
really
fun
beautiful.
fact. My dad was his doctor at Coalinga prison or Corcoran prison.
Oh yeah, I heard a little bit about this.
Yeah, my dad was his.
Were they
his
bros?
doc-
Did they play
He was called.
Pinochle?
No, apparently he was hilarious. My dad said he was really funny, and he kept saying that he was getting fat because of the food they were feeding him, but in a good way.
He was like,
And,
"I'm getting fat, thanks."
Yeah, exactly. And then he asked my dad if he could bring the oxygen tank back to his cell. That was a no, but
Yeah, obviously. Trying to bust out of here.
yeah.
All right, so where did this happen, guys? Take a guess.
California?
Columbine.
No.
I'm gonna guess Florida again, as generic
No,
as
no,
that is,
no.
because I know
That's-
we've got some Floridies in here.
That's always the go-to. You think
Idaho.
Most things happen in Florida, but no.
Idaho.
No.
Washington.
Nope.
Detroit.
You're out of guesses. You
Cleveland.
Guys, you guys are all out
Whoa,
of
whoa, whoa, whoa!
guesses.
Got to throw out Arizona.
Yeah.
Wrong again. We got a curveball on this one. Provo, Utah.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
You know.
I think
Full
he
of
just
rock.
needs to lower his standards. And just, give some quiet fellas a chance. There's some nice quiet ladies.
Is
It's
there-
just they're not going to make a first move. You've got to have a little game, and maybe they like mass murder too.
Is there a picture of him?
Yeah, there certainly is.
Is he like amazing looking?
Oh, which story is it? Because we can show the
I
audience for the
titled
first
it as
time ever.
Incel Rides Again.
Oh, it's one of the ones that you gave a title?
Yeah, or just a little caption on my interpretation. But and the thing
Yay.
is, like, people have to, like, if you really look at nature, it's just a fucked up place, and shit dies all the time, and shit doesn't work out for hundreds of thousands of living animals every fucking day, all right? The world is fucked up. I know we don't want to, like, admit that to ourselves, but it is. And that's just how it is.
When in
Sorry.
doubt, think of the salmon.
Like, sorry. I didn't make it. Blame
Damn-
God.
damn
You
duck
know what I'm saying? Like, just
Oh,
I was like,
jeez.
holy crap,
Yeah.
it sucks to be a salmon.
That's a cop out.
what? Blaming
I mean,
God? I
yeah.
blame God for everything.
You're blaming nobody though. You
I
know.
was just showing
No.
people
You know?
me
You know what I mean?
my YouTube stream. You guys enjoy it.
It's very real, and I blame him.
It's.
Santa God, Santa
Oh.
I blame
God,
Santa.
Santa.
This is one I forgot to
Leg.
pop on, but I wanted to mention. You guys remember our favorite show? Well, it was my favorite show for a while, To Catch a Predator.
Oh God, shit. Yo.
with our good buddy Chris Hansen.
Take a seat. We should take a seat right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, did we watch that one?
No, we didn't watch that. No.
Where they basically had like just like teenage girls just like lure creepy pervert men to their houses and like have them bring beer or whatever.
Cookies,
or like pizzas or
condoms.
chocolates under the guise of like hanging out and playing video games. And then Chris Hansen would just come out and it was a total ambush and he's like,
Oh God.
have a seat.
Oh no.
I always thought it'd be
Just
funny
take a
if
seat
one
right
of
here.
them like really wanted to meet Chris Hansen. It was like a long play to stalk him.
Right? Oh,
Like
that
they're
would
like,
be
no,
that
I'm
would be a deep
here.
level.
It's secret handgun.
My favorite part is when
it's
he goes-
not like they don't get frisked for weapons before going in this house. I can't believe that's never happened.
My favorite part is when he
Yeah.
goes, "What are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, nothing."
Right.
And then he like pulls out the AOL Instant Messenger, you know. Like,
Yeah, the
conversation.
chats. Yeah, yeah.
It's like, "I want to lather." Really? It's like, how old do you think she was? 13. She's 9.
18? Yeah. Right.
It's always super
so
young.
much worse.
Oh man.
But anyway, our good buddy Chris Hansen got picked up for writing bad checks.
What?
Yeah. So I just want him to like get called in like to the bank or just somewhere and someone's like, have a seat.
Fucking, it's fucking karma, man, for being such a cockblock.
Right?
Yeah. Is that bad? That's a bad joke. I'm
That
sorry.
show was
the
yeah.
number one cockblock of television.
Yeah, he really was, man. It's, I mean,
That's terrible. Am I alienating your audience now?
Hey,
Super inappropriate jokes.
let's
Okay.
all have a cringe sometimes.
Going so far as to set up the cock block in advance.
I'll make a T-shirt that says "cock block" and a picture of Chris Hansen.
You'd make some interesting friends with that shirt. You know when you wear a shirt that everyone comments on?
Yeah, like that shirt says like "I'm a hardcore Christian" on the front, and then it says "Bale fan" on the back. I want that so bad.
oh my
Man,
god.
you should just have a fan company. The world would have too many fan companies, though. Anyhow, so what I have to say is, no, just that was the stinger.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's another thing. New folks just joining us now. There's a tradition where if you're gonna, you guys know already. If you have some gross noise to make with your mouth, you better turn it into some kind of muffled scream, so that we can all at least like suffer with you.
And you guys can enjoy the shade and fraud.
Yeah.
What?
Shade and fraud, enjoyment of someone else's suffering.
Oh, okay.
All right, I guess we can talk about all the drugs in the water that are making all the fish and eels
Hi.
Oh
get fucking twerked,
my gosh.
turnt.
Hi.
They're
happy?
bumping like Little John now.
Yeah. There's these turned down for what eels going on.
Right.
Oh my god.
And salmon. Like I found another story about salmon, where it's just
No.
there's just so many.
Dude, the salmon already have it bad.
Yeah, there's just so many drugs in the water and all different varieties. It's not even just
Drugs in
like
the water.
cocaine. It's like cocaine, antidepressants, shit ton of antibiotics, some shit I don't even know what the fuck it is. And yeah, we're kind of fucking shit up.
What I
mean,
find extra crazy is it's like a river. It's like it's supposed to be flowing.
yeah,
It's still hanging out
has
in there.
like so much
stop
cocaine
flushing
in
your
it.
blood on the toilet.
Right? Like,
God.
look, if the cops are banging on your door, just be a
Use
man
it.
and do it all right away.
Exactly.
Wait.
Like
hold
a
on
real
second.
hero.
Yes.
You're talking about drugs in the water?
Yeah.
In the water of the
This-
river Thames?
Thames.
Thames?
No, you
Thames.
can't. It's
Thames.
I looked it up. It's Thames.
It's Thomas.
Oh,
It's
it is
spelled like
Thames.
Thames.
It is spelled like Thames, but it's Thames.
Is it
Moons
is it actually
over my
linked
fammies.
to being dumped down sinks and
Dummies.
like
I
toilets,
don't
or
know
is
if
it
they know.
like leaching
Yeah, I
out
don't-
of the trash and
I don't
and
think if they
dump-
delve
dump?
that
I
deep
pulled
into
my
it.
fammy.
But I imagine that's
With
probably
the
part of it.
hamstring.
Like, how else does cocaine get in the water?
Okay, wait. We're doing
Right?
two conversations.
Yeah, sorry.
How did the cocaine get in the water? First of all, who's wasting all the blow?
Tham sandwich.
I know.
Whoever's wasting the blow, I want to talk to you.
Second of all, how is it like enough of a steady stream going in the water that as the river flows, these little critters are still getting their fix? And
Oh God.
I love that. And also, how do you measure an eel's hyperactiveness? That's a fun thing.
Yeah, that's a good
Look,
question.
man, he's really getting around.
It's a
I'm
very
not-
ill-tempered eel.
I'm not an eelologist, so.
Do you count wriggles? So a wriggle counter?
Yeah.
They
But it
known
does.
for the
It
wriggling.
does say this that
Little
London.
little extra zap in his stuff.
Yeah,
does
his little
say that-
Zapier.
London is known as one of the highest consumers of cocaine, which I didn't know.
I didn't either until this action.
That's pretty impressive. Way to go, London.
Hey, look, I can highlight it, and
If
everyone
that's your
can
thing.
see me
Don't
highlight that word. Yay.
Really?
Yeah, people can
figured-
see the news this time. And so, like, a large percentage of the enjoyment of this show is watching people enjoy basically, like, their own farts right now. We're just, like, really enjoying ourselves this one. You enjoy people really having fun, like, thinking they're showing you news cool. That's us. Underwater news. Behold, freaky eels.
Yeah. I don't know. Just do all your cocaine.
Oh, you gotta do that one. You gotta plug a sound effect for that in.
I know, right? Like constant eels. No, Mallow brings up an important point that the safest place to hide any drug is in your bloodstream. I mean, your blood can be
Ka-ching!
tested and stuff, but I mean,
Cocaine's out pretty quick.
yeah.
You know, I mean, just
Is
do
it?
your thing.
It's like
Like
Advice
the-
channel
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, totally.
So
Yeah.
if you
no,
do
for sure,
cocaine,
like
it's
3
out
days.
within about 30 hours or less.
I mean, unless
No,
you keep
more like
doing it.
40, 80.
Yeah.
Is there a difference? 30, 40?
Yeah, it's
Sure.
like another
Not
half
if you're
a day.
doing enough cocaine.
Okay, so in around
That could
like-
make or break you, sir.
like 60,000 seconds, it's out.
Oh, I always measure days and seconds, of
Yeah.
course. I know exactly how many days that is.
Yeah.
You can't trip him up.
No, you tripped me up. I just mocked you for it. No, you did trip me. It
River
just I
Thames.
win then.
The river things.
So, what other animals are full of drugs now?
All of them.
That's a horrible segue.
Every animal ever is
So-
full
No,
of drugs.
what if it, yeah. What if it just turns out that, like,
All animals are high.
humans do so many drugs, like, every animal just has drugs in them at all times?
Oh god.
like
like
way
s-
more than we thought.
Every animal is high on cocaine
Like
all the time.
like freebase a dog.
Oh no.
Shoot up dog's blood.
Why do you love that so much?
no, it's the freebasing a dog that got me.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, hey, when you're
cat.
desperate, man, you know what I mean? You know?
It's like raining
This
cats
dog
and
looks like it's
dogs.
full of
Yeah.
drugs.
Have a cat dog party. Oh jeez.
Oh my god. All right. All right.
I'm confused enough for some of this.
Yeah.
Whoa! It's time for another news thing that I'm dramatically announcing.
All right. So this seems to be a common thing with these types of people who choose this type of profession. A dude, a Mormon dude who's a gay conversion therapist, is now choosing to pursue a life as a homosexual. So after trying to like brainwash gay teens for the last odd years, he's just like, oh, guess what? I'm gay, teehee.
Who would have thought, given that I'm constantly thinking about it enough to start a program to
I
teach
feel
people?
Like,
I
I'm
feel
gay.
like South Park has been trying to tell us this for years.
Like
Yeah,
I'm gay,
well, there's
winky
like-
face.
There's so many stories of like pastors or politicians who are like really anti-gay, and then eventually it turns out that they were just banging another dude in a hotel room
Exactly.
or
And
their
that's why
office at
they-
school.
Exactly.
And that's
yeah,
why they're
it's
so
always
angry.
the people that are the most concerned about it as
Yeah.
a thing.
Exactly.
Because like really, like, what difference does it make? Like, if no one told you someone was gay, you would never know, and it wouldn't make a difference. You know,
It's like that movie American Beauty.
No.
Is
Is
it?
it?
Yeah, the guy that the dad that was like super anti-gay and stuff. And
Oh,
then like
yeah,
it turns
yeah.
out he
Yeah.
is gay himself.
Yeah.
And then he shoots like, Kevin Space, K-Space,
Yeah. Yeah.
K-Pax.
Yeah. K-Pax. Yeah. Good old K-Pax. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on.
yeah.
That
with
doesn't
you
sound
now.
like you heard enough.
Yeah, I didn't really feel enough pain.
K-Pax.
Sorry
But
to
yeah.
judge your excretions, but you've got standards.
K-Pax.
But the thing about it is the dude seems like pretty unapologetic about like the overall therapy that he performed over the years, and it's like,
Wait, he's unapologetic about all of it?
yeah, he's just like, no big, I'm gay now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That's
so-
like Bruce Jenner not believing in gay marriage.
That is one of the messed uppiest things I've ever heard someone take a stand on.
Yeah.
In a way, like, see, well, just for people who don't know what we're talking about, for Bruce Jenner to be against gay marriage, it's that simple. Or Caitlyn,
Yeah.
either Caitlyn.
Kate,
It's like a
Caitlyn.
Costco brand.
Caitlyn. Disneyland. Sorry.
Kirkland.
Kirkland.
Caitlin.
Kirkland Jenner.
Kirkland.
Caitlyn Jenner. Oh my god.
Kirkland Jansport. Okay. Sorry.
Don't get me started on Jansport. Oh man, it's gonna have a '90s kid party.
Oh, I want a Jansport right
Holla
now.
'90s kids, we're testing out new chatters, new chatteroon skis over here. You could
The
chat
lingo.
and it could pop up in this silly box that's always telling us that it's ready to display chat messages. Also, there's another game that's going on right now that is how many times can I mess this up? Like a drinking game, just like take a drink whenever I show, like accidentally put my password on the screen, or
Oh my god.
because I just like
Like your bank
willy-nilly
account.
pulling up different scenes, and you can have windows in the
Yeah,
scene. You
yeah.
can look at my windows full of there's my numbers, my digits.
Chink, chink.
Anyhow, this come on. Get a little suspense when we're gone. Yeah.
Sound.
Did we move on too
Like-
quick? Is
Little
No.
green men
No.
on steroids.
No, we didn't.
behold.
All right, I got some kind of uplifting sciencey news.
I love when I'm lifted up.
Yeah. Let's lift ourselves up.
With a Red Bull.
Oh,
The dude.
I could go for some Zip Fizz, by the way.
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So tell me about this dude, and then could I enlist one or the other of you to grab me a water bottle and a Zippity Fizz?
Yes.
You guys, Zip Fizz, man. So 7-Eleven has like a generic Zip Fizz powder, and it is seriously inferior.
Yeah.
It made me
Really?
really appreciate Old Zippy. And they're a sponsor too, by the way. I'm not just hollering because I like them. They also sent a bunch of stuff.
But we also do like them because
Yeah.
they
If
saved my life.
We would tell them to stop sending this crap to us if we didn't love it. Oh, and
be
one of the little refrigerators.
Maybe.
I'm
So
having
this
one of
is-
those days where I'm just going to mess up the suffix of every word.
That's all right. So this is the first paralyzed human that was treated with stem cells and can now move his upper body, regained upper body movement.
Dang.
Can like move his arms and shit.
That's so crazy.
And was paralyzed before.
Whoa, that's a big deal. That's like a historic
love hearing
event.
about stem cell stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe that even when it wasn't taken from embryos, that stem cells were illegal in this country.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
Whatever happened to that guy that was transplanting the monkeys' heads?
That turned out to be a hoax.
Did it really?
Yeah.
What?
Really?
Yeah. I
Good.
mean, you guys follow up on this.
I
Maybe
kinda
it was
felt
like
bad for
maybe
the
he half
monkeys.
did it,
Yeah.
but
But isn't there video? Oh, I felt that one.
right?
Isn't there video footage of it and stuff?
I
And
mean, there's
it
video.
was on
footage
it
of
was
all
on
kinds of
video.
things.
Shut up! Well, it was on video. You can't fake video, man.
Yeah.
Oh no,
No,
there's
it's
no
a
way
ghost
of doing
right
that.
Yeah, I know.
UFOs, Bigfoot, all of it.
Hey, Bigfoot is real, all right?
Tupac at Coachella.
Big UFOs.
Tupac.
Yeah, that was real.
Dude, Tupac Shaker was at Coachella. What's wrong?
It's too soon.
Too soon?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
I'm
still
going.
feeling those hologram feelings. I mean, at this point, my feelings are mostly holographic, but they're still real to me. It's like left you. Hologram feelings.
Holograms are kind of real, right?
How's that in the headphones when I sting it up and then it's like I say something with the stinger, like I'm like a drama boy.
I think headphones kind of like it messes with my head because you're talking, but I hear it here. Yeah. Sorry, was that weird?
No,
was.
that's part of the adventure.
very,
I hope
very
everyone's
sorry.
experiencing that.
She's not.
I'm
because,
uncomfortable
you know,
now.
I mean, they're over there. They're right
it's
there.
right there.
If you want to,
See?
then you get the moments that are like this where it gets really intimate.
Yeah, I know. See, you see, that's the thing is
Yeah.
you
You get those little. I'm not gonna go ASMR, but I am gonna get romantic.
I just imagine a point in our future where we can like cure hellish shit and like per out like quadriplegics by injecting stem cells, and then we look back on the last like 20 years and we're like fucking barbarians.
Dude,
For
so
real.
many
Like-
doctors' jobs are so fucked because of all of it, huh? Like, oh, I'm
No,
sorry.
'cause they're-
Is that not where we're
They're
going with
just
this?
gonna have new.
So, okay, picture
things
this.
that
Let
they
me
can
set you
do.
a scenario because this was a thing. Small timey doctor, totally having trouble getting regular clientele because not on a particular health plan, and looking for what they can specialize in, trying to up their practice game. They get the centrifuge. They get maybe like a 4-day, week-long training in one of the stem cell methods. They buy some materials to stock up the office so you can get stem cells out of someone, cultivate them, string the taffy, whatever they do to them.
Yeah.
And you learn how to stick it in someone's ACL, and all of a sudden you're like
dirty.
the athletic doctor of your small town. Everyone's fixing their torn, because torn ACLs was like a game ender. That was like your career's over. You're gonna be walking funky forever. You got a torn ACL. Your knee is just broken.
And you very well
the rest of your life.
might someday see your toes hit your thigh in the wrong direction. So.
Yeah, so that's a repairable condition now, and that's
crazy.
only been in the last decade.
Yeah,
Oh my
and imagine if it wasn't invasive. That would be unreal.
Yeah, you just stick a needle in there. It's not even very
I
invasive.
mean, can you imagine if you just drink it?
Well, yeah, you
and
stick
then,
a needle
But
in there
you've got a
but-
point with drinking it, though.
Yeah.
Then everything gets all stemmy and you're just covered in knees.
Well, right now they
Just
still
become an
take a
ACL.
piece of you and they attach it in place of your ACL. So it'd be way cooler if they didn't have to take a piece of you and stick it in the place where the ACL has to be, but just
Yeah.
regrow it. That would be perfect because then your ACL would actually be correct.
That's fucking
It's
crazy.
a thing, but if you inject it in the right place, it kind of figures out where it goes together.
Yeah, like it knits itself
More
back
than
together.
you
Like
think,
that's
yeah.
that's incredibly cool.
Don't they grow ears on rats?
That
Hell yeah,
actually
they do.
was a scaffolding. The rat ear thing.
Yeah.
There was that was a demonstration of really advanced, kind of a plastic. It's a synthetic material
Okay.
that could be 3D printed and then put under skin. So if someone was missing an ear, they could have skin added or their skin
So it's a
stretched off
prosthetic?
over this prosthetic scaffolding
Wow.
underneath. So
Really?
that wasn't actual
poor
ear growing
rat.
on it. It was just extra rat skin.
Oh
The rat's like, ooh, look at me.
The rat
I
can-
was so into
latest
that ear
fashion
growing.
trends.
I remember I was like it was like
rats.
late middle school or something. No, I was in high school and I was starting a website called The Walls Have Ears. And it was
I
like,
like it.
It's beautiful.
it was like silly local high school music
That's awesome.
time, and that was the symbol for it. Was that rat with an ear on its back,
That's perfect.
right? Shit was hip.
That rat is famous.
So. That's that medical beep of danger. Danger medical beep. Hey, you
Danger.
know what? The way we're doing the stream, you could actually use your headphones too. We can all wear our
I don't
kicker head.
to use
I
my
know.
headphones.
It
Why don't you, like-
distracts the chi flow sometimes.
You don't like
But
wearing
if you do
headphones?
this,
He doesn't like it when I
like,
whisper in
makes
his
your
ears
brain hurt.
romantically.
It's awesome. It's like, woo!
That's why?
No, I'm just saying that.
Oh, jeez, man.
I'm not gonna put whispers. Yeah, isn't that amazing? This moment
No.
we're having right now together.
These
You're like,
ones
nope.
actually aren't plugged in.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I see the cables dangling
Yeah.
there. I mean, in theory, and
I mean, I could
honestly,
just
there
like
is
wear them.
there
Is
is
that a cord?
there is this.
And then,
Yeah. So speaking of them, yeah, this is
Do you
the
want me
end
to-
for those if you want them. These are Kicker headphones. They're a sponsor too. They sent us
Oh, no
these
kidding.
headphones, and not only do they have like a really balanced bass response, where I thought they might be overly bassy because Kicker is known for car audio,
Right.
for killer subs, but now that they've branched into personal audio, man. So you look up Kicker personal audio, they've got this thing called the Bullfrog, which is this Bluetooth speaker. I got one right here. This you can use it as a battery for your phone. You can dip it in the pool. You can eat salsa off of it.
Wait. You can drop that in a pool?
It is water resistant. I mean,
Resistant or waterproof?
well, you know.
Oh, I get it. So you can have it out in the rain.
It's submersibly waterproof.
Oh, cool. Okay. all right.
So it's not all waterproofs have a depth, and I don't think you can like go full deep end in it, but you can definitely submerge
Right,
it
right,
for
right.
for a limited period of time, like a Samsung phone. I can like leave it in a cup of water for a day or two now.
What?
Yeah, any Samsung, well, any flagship model.
Samsung's for babies. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Like I have no,
You don't have a Samsung, do you?
you know, I had a couple that I really liked before I got in the walled garden.
Yep. What?
That
Yeah.
walled garden of apples, they say.
Well,
The orchard. Since I got in the walled orchard.
The walled orchard of
Yeah.
Apple.
The Garden of Eden.
The Garden of Eden. Yeah, you ate the apple.
I
Yeah.
ate it.
K-Pack.
I'm still asleep, you
Dun, dun,
guys.
dun.
You're responsible. All right.
You did a manual dun dun dun, but I've totally got a.
No, you should get the. You should get the. You should get the Law and Order one. That dun dun.
Oh, dude.
Dude, get that.
Dude.
Do it. Dun dun.
Request granted.
Chris Hansen.
Dun,
Dun
dun.
dun.
That's occurring.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun.
That is
Dun
occurring.
dun. Dun dun. Dun.
Like the dun dun kind?
Chris Hansen, the dun dun. Chris Hansen. Yeah. The
Yeah,
dun dun.
dun
Chris
dun.
Hansen. Dun dun. Chris Hansen. Okay.
So what was the news we were just partying on? Did we finish? Oh no. Okay, so I was talking about Kicker headphones being great. They're a sponsor. We've got our first half an hour down, so we
They're
get to play
fantastic. some
some brand new ads that we've got for the station. Remember,
Yay.
mention RadioVegas.rocks, and there's
Advertisement.
different hookups. Jesse Ray's is one that we've always mentioned manually, and now they've got this audio spot. Check them out.
It's always good watching Kim shove meat in that hole.
Jesse Ray's doesn't shove it down your throat, though.
I shove it down my throat.
Because once that meat touches your lips, you'll be begging for more.
So visit them, Jesse Ray's, 5611 South Valley View on the corner of Valley View and Russell.
Some amazing, reasonably priced barbecue that's delicious. Won Best Barbecue Sauce last year
And again.
and again this year. Make sure to check them out. It's ridiculously convenient and even more ridiculously delicious. If you're in Vegas, you go to Jesse Ray's Barbecue. Their corn is absolutely amazing. I'm a fan of corn anyways.
So visit them, Jesse Ray's, 5611 South Valley View. Mention RadioVegas.rocks, get 10% off, everybody. And they also do catering. That sounds amazing.
Extra set of eyes that we're still trucking here. Thanks, Chris. So Jesse Ray's, love it. When I like to eat cute little piggies, I like to eat their little ribbies. It's a Jesse Ray's. But then speaking of these sweet headphones, we've actually got another point to make about them, about their isolation, which I didn't mention, which is also killer for your airplane situations or even in the studio.
Kicker Audio. Living loud.
I gotta tell you, these are amazing headphones, so please go out and purchase Kicker. These things are sweet. My studio headphones are like $400, and they don't bleed. If you're a musician out there and you record your music, you don't want any kind of bleed at all, because, you know, the music bleeds through, it comes through on the microphone, and if you're a singer, that kind of sucks.
Kicker Audio. Living loud.
Yeah,
I know,
living so
like, they don't
loud.
have a good
But
smell.
also, hey, you
These are,
guys,
like, great.
here's another fun one. Since we're being a little yucky, this will clean it up.
Dude wipes.
Stink nuts.
Oh, so gross. You
Yeah.
just feel how gross.
Yeah.
You're like, you want somebody to go down on that?
You're like, what is that? Is that swamp ass? You're like, yeah, actually.
You feel like you could just scoop the goop. It's so
gross.
But that's what it feels like. Like, these girls don't understand what it's like to have balls. So we have dude wipes to clean that up.
And it totally helps, I'm not gonna lie.
You take a quick dude shower down there.
For every awesome, stanky, and highly questionable situation, quick dude shower. DudeProducts.com.
.com. So we're back.
Yeah.
These are actually
Behold.
really good.
Dun, dun, dun.
These are actually really awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a really hypoallergenic situation
Chris's ass
where you
thanks
feel
all
like
dude
you're not
wipes.
getting a gross residue, you're not getting anything that's really unpredictable for your secret situation.
It doesn't hurt against my roids, you know?
Well, I like to take it and
What?
get it around like a stick or a pen, so I can really get where I can't get
Really
it.
get in there.
Like I wrap it around a pencil.
You gotta get
Like a
in there
really-
and work it around.
I wrap it around a
First.
really old pencil.
Yeah.
Why an
You know.
old one?
You know those
bottle
ones that are like
brush.
rectangle shaped? You know, like a carpenter's pencil.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
you keep
It's
trying to
just
sharpen
like a
it.
Play-Doh
keep-
machine.
You keep trying to sharpen it, the lead keeps falling out every time. It's one of those.
God.
Yeah. It's the best.
I wrap it around a bottle of water, you know? And I get on a really high chair.
And then he just
Say a
drops.
prayer and you
Then he
jump
just jumps.
Oh, man.
and then
People
pray.
have died that way.
It works, though. I'm clean.
Yeah, dude wipe.
I mean, do you smell me?
Dude wipes.
Oh, oh gosh! I thought this lid was open. I almost had one of those spills. Ah, you
Your
guys
face
were-
got so
Fizzy-
red.
Fizzy
know.
Fiesta.
Who's ready for caffeine? You guys, zip fizz moment. Dearest Mallow, while I pour in my fizz
Oh, man.
of the zip,
Yeah.
why don't you introduce us to another little snippet? Wait, it's that time for another snippet.
All right. This can be another guess where it happens, I guess. All right. So police are looking for a dude after he shot a woman who performed an unnamed sex act on him. It's not specified, all right? Just a sex act for $5 and Pringles potato chips. And
A whole can, though, you guys, not just like a few chips.
Yeah.
That changed my view of the story.
Right. And he wanted his money back. And she won't give it, and then so he shot her.
It's like you could keep the chips.
Where the heck?
But I need that $5. Yeah, that's right. Where did this happen?
Need
You
to
gotta
buy
guess.
2 or 3 more bullets, right?
Yeah.
Where did this happen?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I know. I don't want to spoil it right away, but this, you know.
All right.
I'll tell you it's a predictable answer. On
Las
this
Vegas,
one.
Nevada. North Las Vegas,
We're
Nevada.
not that gunny here, though.
a good
Even
guess.
Northtown is less gunny than it used to be. I mean, I used to hear shots all the time.
Yeah, back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, like a couple years ago.
Someone got shot on the corner of our house.
Just like around the corner.
Yeah, around the corner, like when you drive in.
Damn.
Why?
Yeah, because he was yelling at some car, and the car's window went down, and a pow.
Oh,
like a-
yeah, you don't
Nice,
want to
yeah.
yell at cars
yell at
anywhere.
car. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing East LA,
Nope.
California.
I'm
Way
gonna
off.
guess, where do they kick possums? Arizona and Arkansas.
It is.
Arkansas.
Here's another
Good
fun
guess.
tidbit. It's in the same place where a man who is an Uber driver, still is, recently shot someone that was coming at him aggressively, thinking that he was up to something with come at him guy's girl. And he shot and killed him. And this sheriff in this state, he said, "You don't want to be coming up to one of our residents as some hothead, because our people will shoot you where they stand. We've got that stand your ground law, and you'll be graveyard dead."
Was that Michigan?
Yeah, the graveyard dead was my favorite
No.
part of my
Texas.
Nope.
No,
Michigan?
It should be Texas. I'm sure I'm sure a sheriff in Texas has said that exact thing.
I think that's also a stand your ground state.
DC.
But we're talking about the stand your ground state. That's probably the scariest place to be. That rule.
The standiest
Detroit.
groundiest state.
It's the standiest, groundiest state.
Standiest, groundiest.
No, I like the Detroit answer.
Yeah.
though.
Detroit.
I know. Well,
it's
hey,
Florida.
I'm feeling you on that, given the clues at hand.
It's
But
Florida.
It's
Florida?
Florida. It's
Yeah.
another Flory.
Jet.
I love
All right.
Disney World.
Let me just lay this on you guys.
Yeah,
All
the
right?
deets time.
Most of the time, when we try to guess where it is, it's either Florida or Arizona first. Most of the time, like at least 90%, and then once in a while we sneak in like an Oregon, or Washington, but you never know.
Well, Sam Cooke shot a hooker.
In Florida?
Oh, and I'm sorry, a hooker shot Sam Cooke.
Ah.
In Florida?
Yeah. No,
Oh.
I don't. I forget.
Oh,
where.
hey, I feel like we're leaving this hanging kind of bad. She was just shot in the shoulder.
Oh,
So she's going to be
God.
okay.
Oh,
She
okay.
can
She
live to
wasn't
eat another
killed
potato
over
chip.
this $5.
All right.
No.
So like,
She's probably
okay.
got all the Pringles she wants now.
Is that a true story? Like really?
Yeah,
like a
that
can,
really
like
happened.
A can of
Yeah.
Pringles.
Yeah.
I know.
Which that's
the part that we're most amused by, to be
Yeah.
honest, is the
Was like a
Pringles is
full-
currency.
Full can of Pringles.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that-
she got a whole can. No,
So-
I know she got
so
a whole
it's
can.
Dude, if
probably
I were her,
worth-
I'd be like, I'd get his address and just send him like a Pringle a day in the mail. For the rest of his life.
Nice.
I mean, imagine the negotiations on that.
$25. I got five. I don't have $30, but
All
I have.
right, what
I
you
have
got?
I have $5 in a Pringles can
So,
full of Pringles.
ladies and gentlemen,
Alright.
crack kills.
You gonna give me the whole can?
The whole can. The whole
I'll
can.
give you half. I ain't doing it for half.
The
Oh
whole
my
can.
gosh.
The whole can of Pringles.
Dude, just
and
imagine.
$5.
Just imagine sex acts negotiated for food. It's fucking great.
It's like, Chris, why do you have a trunk full of Pringles cans and Oreos and just a bunch of snacks?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets.
That's There's been some incidents in the
It's
past
currency.
with like
Currency.
sex
ladies
for
and
chicken
gentlemen.
nuggets. Yeah, for some people it is, I guess. I don't know.
So if you guys are drinking at home whenever there's something silly as I'm like breaking things in, so Raha has said that Restream, who I'm using to split it between Twitch and YouTube, would like automatically post to Facebook for me that we're on live. It did. I did set it up to do that with no link. It just posted, "Hey, we're on live somewhere.
I saw that. It's okay. I posted
We're
it.
now live wherever."
It's silly because I posted it, and you didn't post it.
Yeah, so my auto post just said that.
Oh.
Apparently, I was supposed to put a link in that message. But hey, I want to come back to this Pringles thing. There's been more than one of this. I'm not sure if you guys were there for this, but there is another person that got kicked out of Walmart, an innocent customer, for drinking wine out of a Pringles can and wandering around in one of their electric carts not buying anything. Just getting buzzed, knocking stuff over.
Right.
Okay, look.
But the hiding the wine that way, that's a move.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
brilliant.
drinking my chips.
So good. That's so
Yeah, I like
good.
to powder them up and just guzzle them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Oh gosh.
No, she didn't. She wasn't even in the store for most of it. She was just like riding around in the parking lot, like drinking wine out of a Pringles can for like
I want
an hour and a half.
I want this person to be my friend.
Yeah, she figured something out we didn't figure out.
Yeah,
That
she
is
knows
such a good
something,
idea.
right?
She knows something we don't know.
I feel like that would be
man.
like a late night Walmart sort of like event, because
Or it's like
anybody that goes to like 3 a.m. Walmart shopping, like people watching.
They must run out of those electric carts. If you're an invalid, don't go then.
Right, like everyone's
You'll
just
get
riding
no
around
carbs.
drinking wine out of Pringles cans.
I want to
so
do that
good.
now. We
I
should
know.
do that.
It sounds like such a good time.
Next
Man.
time,
I hope
next
they
time we're
keep doing
here, I'll
it so
bring some
that there
Pringles.
can be like a sighting page that comes up, like sighted at this place.
Oh, dude, we
Like
should-
that sounds like a vacation now.
You should bring a can though every time. It's gonna be like our thing. We're
I'll
like,
bring a can of Pringles and a bottle of wine, and we'll all just take swigs out of a Pringles can.
Oh man,
Wingles.
delicious.
Pringles can. You can wine out of a Pringles can.
Oh,
Little
man.
Pringles gravity bong, maybe.
Oh yeah,
That's a move.
Yeah.
Gravity bomb.
I feel like
I
they're
feel
only
like it
gonna
would
hold-
slowly just die though as it got
Right?
wet, but
It's kind of cardboardy for all these ideas. There's like that metal liner. Why
so
is it
there's like a
shiny in
limit.
there?
There's like a shelf life to your Pringles can
Yeah.
then, so you got it's like a disposable can.
But like,
Why is it
are they
shiny?
are they like trying to keep their heat in? Do they like huddle in there for warmth? Why is it shiny inside the Pringles can? Have you noticed
That's a
that?
great question.
Who's wasting this metal?
Why are we
making
torturing
it
these
shiny in
Pringles?
there?
Maybe it's just
aren't
to
Doritos
deter
bags
people
shiny
from
too on
putting
the
in that.
inside?
Yeah,
No,
what's
they
that?
aren't. What? Why?
Cookie
They used to
bags.
be.
Now we have to know.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
is everything-
Oreo bags. That shit's shiny inside,
Is
isn't it?
No, I don't think so
No, I don't
anymore.
think so.
I don't know if this is a fun
No?
tip, but there was a trend for a minute. I'm sure people still do it, of making long distance Wi-Fi antennas in a Pringles can.
What?
Which is an arrangement of metal, and then the can is
Oh,
a
yeah,
they call it a waveguide, I think.
Huh.
It's your Pringles waveguide.
That'd be hilarious.
You know that Jesus thing, the big statue of Jesus in Europe. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, in Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
The Christus
It's-
statue.
Not
right?
Europe,
No,
Brazil.
that's not it. That's something else.
It's
right?
Brazil. It's a
Christus
big
statue?
Jesus statue
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, that gives Wi-Fi to the whole city.
No.
Yeah, it's a giant beacon. No Wi-Fi.
What?
I swear.
Oh, no.
I just learned that this morning.
J-Fi.
Yeah, it's like
So all of Rio de Janeiro has Wi-Fi.
because of that Jesus. I swear.
I
Look it
love the
up.
metaphor there,
Look it
though.
up.
Bringing like truth and wisdom to the huddled masses.
It supplies Wi-Fi.
That's
It's
so funny.
ridiculous.
It's like
That is-
metaphorically appropriate, though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, he's got to have an antenna on his head,
Something.
right?
In his hands, in his
Yeah,
fingers,
and in his all
in his
over.
mouth.
Maybe,
It's all
maybe,
over.
Dude, like he has a crown of antennas, and then like antennas sticking out of his hands and feet.
We were wasting
we
the Statue
did
of
it.
Liberty.
We did it. Statue of Liberty's lame,
I'll make a shirt that says that.
Statue of Wi-Fi.
What a waste.
right? We need a
Awesome.
giant statue of crucified Wi-Fi Jesus.
I
That's
always thought it was
better.
cool that we had like the telephone poles.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna
in
say,
our
those-
town here where they dress them up like trees. That is badass.
Instead of all these pine trees, there
That
should
aren't
be
trees.
some.
And every time my dad comes to visit, like
statues.
the little the fake cactuses versus the real cactuses. First of all, the fake cactuses always look better anyway. But my
Like the
dad
metal- the
never
decorative metal
believes
ones?
Yeah, the
it's-
decorative
because
metal
it's-
ones.
Never believes that they're actually fake cactuses.
I don't think a lot of cities have that. If you're not aware, in Las Vegas,
We have fake trees.
Fake trees.
Fake cactuses.
We have fake cactuses and fake
there's such an air of American laziness that will make a durable American-built metal plant and put it in the road in lieu of like actual plants that could just
we
like.
can't keep the regular ones alive.
It's the
Hey,
ultimate
cactuses
water
are hard to
conservation.
keep alive. I've killed. How many cactuses have we single-handedly? We thought cactuses
Quite
would
a
be like
few.
a house plant we could
We
keep
are
alive. Wrong.
we are the Ted Bundy of cactuses.
Well, no, we don't rape our cactuses. So.
Oh, we are the
Whoa.
Unless you took it unless
Did
you've
someone
been having
say
your
rape?
way.
Dun dun.
Dun
We are
dun.
the dun duns of
Dun
cactuses.
dun dun.
Your
then-
metaphor fell apart so catastrophically there.
Yeah.
No,
But then he
there's
tried to
no
throw.
intercourse with the cactuses.
But then he tried to throw Ed Gein in there, like, so you make furniture with the skin of cactuses.
We are the Jeffrey Dahmer of cactuses.
So you
eat
you
'em?
eat young cactuses.
No! You keep getting.
This is like the best game.
You need to find someone
we
to
are the-
just
We
murders.
killed them with
We're the
kindness.
Columbine of
Apparently,
cactuses.
don't
No,
want
you're
much
like one of
water.
those neglectful parents that's just unnamed.
No, it's not neglect.
We're
It's
the
like
Zodiac
over.
killer
Like it's
of
like.
cactuses.
Did you water the cactus? Shoot, I just watered the cactus. Oh no, the cactus is dying. We should water the cactus. Wait, I just watered the cactus.
So it's all
Maybe
covered
we
in
should put the
fungus.
cactus outside in the sun where they're supposed to be. Oh, the cactus died. So
Yeah.
they don't like the sunlight.
Because the
either.
fungus from all that moisture likes the sun too.
Yeah, whatever it was, I've killed so
Speaking
many
from a person that's
cactuses.
killed a few cactuses, yeah.
You barbarians.
And so yeah, we learned having a little bit of erring on the side of neglect for the plants has actually survived them longer than any
Well, if it's a
plants
desert
survive.
plant that
Well,
doesn't
no.
see humans ever.
We have these mystery plants that our neighbors across the street, they moved and they gave us their two plants in like these crocker, like what do you call it, like margarine?
I can't
like,
believe it's not butter.
tubs.
Tubs.
And
Oh my god.
and they have been there. They have sat on our island for like at least a year now.
Over that, yeah, about a year.
Well, you said on your island. I know
Yeah.
you mean like the island in your kitchen.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
over on our private island when we go visit there on the boat.
Oh, have you seen Survivor? I've been watching a lot of Survivor.
Oh, yeah,
They're on
speaking of
islands.
islands.
I'm kidding. I
No,
won't
it's
go
just,
there.
you just want to bring them up.
Yeah.
You don't remember Survivor?
This is the sign for island, if you wanted to know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice,
Hey,
isn't
you
it?
guys are freaking learning.
Yeah, that's the sign for island. Island.
I
You learned
promised
one thing.
Till your
education.
brains explode.
I did tag educational in our Twitch thing.
Did you really?
And I
Nice.
mean it.
Island.
There's
Boom.
the education, guys.
Learned.
Feast your eyes.
Island.
And I think I've got like the back of my head cam too. It's like this special camera just to enjoy. There's in the corner, just like
That's actually a.
His brain
I would
filling with
enjoy that
knowledge.
camera angle.
it's like a kind
I'm
of
down for the like, back of the
ASMR.
head. Yeah.
Just picture this occurring.
It's
while
like
doing
constantly.
this.
Yeah. It's lovely.
Shots. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Turn down for what? Well, okay. So really, though,
Okay.
honestly,
No.
behold, I know I did that one too many times.
Don't make me do it.
We're sitting in disappointment over it as it ends.
Don't make me do it.
Oh my god. I do
All right.
want it. Dun, dun.
There's always room for this one though.
That's my
Oh,
fave.
yeah.
That's my fave.
That's
That's
like
that,
the start
like-
of a movie trailer.
Yeah.
It's like straight up, like end of the world movie trailer. Like
I think
some
it
shit's
literally
going
is
down.
from one. Yes.
Yeah, it has to be
In a world.
in a world.
I want to see one that's like, yo, in a world.
Like all excited. In a world.
In a world where the keg's always flowing. And there's shots.
Shots. All
love
right.
it.
Go on.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about this one, but
I'll tell you. Sorry, we're
Yeah, please
turn
do.
it down a little bit. Calm down.
I'm really bad with feelings.
I love
Simmer down, stick.
telling people how to feel.
So there's this really cute little dog, and he has a job, and he's really good at his job, and his job is sniffing out illegal tobacco, which I didn't even know that was a thing. There's apparently illegal tobacco smuggling,
Oh yeah, that's a real thing.
but Home Dog has busted like 6 million pounds worth of illegal tobacco, so now he has a hit out on him by these
What?
gangs that are smuggling this tobacco, man.
Also, how do we always know when people have hits on them? Like when Snoop
Right?
Dogg said there was that hit on, who was it, a Jeep Pie or something? What was that?
2-pack shaker.
A Jeep,
No.
There probably is multiple
His
hits on a
hologram.
Jeep Pie.
Oh.
There
There
should
will?
be if there isn't. But anyway. Oh
There's
my
some
God,
other
no.
situation where like, whoa, dude has a hit out on him, and we just knew, like the public just knows about
Yeah, like someone just
It's like
breaks it.
a
Where
hit
is
out
this
message
website?
board. Like
Yeah, exactly. It's like a 4chan for this.
There's a huge.
It's the deep web.
like a
There's a
very,
huge
very,
thing
very,
about,
very
like,
special code.
Such a deep
What
web.
smuggling legal tobacco? That's a huge business.
I didn't know.
Huge. They,
Hey.
Yeah. Have you watched that show called Border Wars? And it's like
There's
just the
tobacco
border.
involved in it?
Yeah, like a lot of it, like freight and stuff, like freights of rice coming from the Philippines.
Man.
Such a boring
And they
job
have like
for
very
that.
they cut open the rice bags and all these cigarettes pop out, and they're like,
Dang.
oh yeah.
That's just like the most boring crime.
right?
Like cigarettes. Oh,
Yeah, like it.
all right.
Oh, man. All right. I mean,
like-
like, what's better, nicotine or coffee?
And body parts too. That's a
coffee
big
all
smuggling.
day.
Yeah.
They smuggle body parts.
That's
Like-
interesting.
Yeah, body parts.
That's
The challenge alone.
It's like Charlie the Unicorn.
Mummies.
But the
Like-
body
Body parts
parts are
go
just
That
bad.
makes me laugh.
no, but the body
Like,
parts are just
they
filled
stole
with
my
tobacco.
kidney.
The body parts are filled with tobacco.
Like they smuggle the body parts. That's just a front, so they don't discover the real crime, the very, very serious crime of smuggling illegal tobacco.
Yeah, they smuggle like mummies and stuff and weird shit.
That's crazy.
Shampoo. That's a big
What?
one. Yeah, shampoo.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
whoa,
Soap,
whoa, whoa,
lotions.
whoa.
Are there drugs in it?
No, it's literally just like soap and shampoo.
Illegal shampoo,
No, it's just because there's like weird
taxes.
taxes and stuff and
They're just. I mean, I
Who
guess
paid the tariff?
if you can undercut the market, there's gonna be a better
Tide.
black
Tide.
market.
Oh yeah, that's a big one. Tide. That's fucking huge. Huge.
Dude.
So like
Sorry.
just
get it.
any kind of Tide, not just the pods, because I know the pods got really hip.
No, there's a huge thing here in Las Vegas, well, probably everywhere in the U.S. where like they're selling illegal, like detergent and like knockoff detergent and calling it Tide.
So I might
And,
go
like-
to some
and, like,
bodega
buckets.
and see like Tide.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. They sell them in like those 5-gallon tubs, and it says it's like orange and blue, and it says
Oh, so they're
Tide.
selling it to like corporate clients and stuff that think they're getting that name brand.
No, they're putting it on offer.
Uniform
up.
cleaning.
They're putting it on offer up in Craigslist and selling it for like $40, like a 5-gallon tub, and it's
Oh,
not
okay.
real.
So it's like,
Yeah.
got you. So it's like a crack move.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's a Pringles move. That's what it is.
I had
It's
a
$5
roommate
Pringles.
once buy an Apple Bluetooth earpiece,
Okay.
which Apple's never made.
Yeah.
A Bluetooth
No
earpiece.
way.
The little Apple logo on it and everything. Bad English on the box from an American company. Made in Cupertino, California.
I like knockoffs like that. Not obviously if you're spending money on it, but
If you can
I
steal
like
them,
the
though.
I like the engine, like the creativity of trying
Yeah.
to spot where the typo is, or like the little like I don't know, maybe the leaf is facing the other way.
It's interesting.
You
I
bought
love that stuff.
You bought earpods, right?
earpods?
You know this.
No, I just got
AirPods.
the kickers are plenty,
Did you hear
man.
what did you see what Apple did like a couple days ago?
No, is
They-
there like a tinier earpod?
They made it earpods, right?
Yeah.
And now they made like a cable
Uh-huh.
that you could hook on to your earpods so you don't lose them. So you wear your earpods, but there's cables connected to the ear. I shit you not. Like what the fuck?
But then you can do that magic trick where like someone's listening and you cut the wire and they're like, I can still hear.
That's
you
why
must
they-
be a sorcerer. That's so funny. But you know, I'm the person for that. Because I want to not lose it. But honestly, I kid you not, I'm constantly thinking about how electrical things are like breaking. Like when there's a
Yes.
wire to something,
Oh, totally.
I'm just constantly thinking about every move in that wire
Totally.
is like damaging it.
Totally. Like I get a new device, I try to
I like
repair,
these
like
cables.
reinforce
Right.
the areas
Like
ahead of time.
tapeworms.
Yeah.
These cables are great.
These
these are-
kickers came with these killer tapeworm cables that are like, they've lasted this whole time too. The cables have. We've gone through the fabric colored
Genius.
fabric covered cables. We've blown through those. Because what happens is the fabric changes length different than the rubber inside.
Oh, really? Is
yeah.
that why?
So
Huh.
over time, these fabric covered cables break quicker than any of them I've seen.
Interesting.
Because
that
the
would explain why
dissimilar
our tweed
materials.
cables are instrument cables too.
Well, I mean, I'm sure guitar cables aren't as bad, but I think it's a lot of just misjudging lengths of things when they build it.
Yeah.
Because I've always gotten like cheap fabric covered ones. I'm sure there's some okay ones, but the flat ones, these flat thinnies, they last really well, and the kicker ones particularly are kind of
Thank you,
on the
kicker.
thick side. Yeah.
Kicker. Sorry.
Woo!
I mean, it seems really thin, but I mean the rubber. I don't know. It's strong.
That's what
Get
he
over
said.
it.
As you
point.
whack it
That's
against
what
the
he said.
table.
Yeah.
get
It's
it?
thicker. It's stronger.
Dude, it's like thinner, but like the rubber outing, you like. Can we just do this for like the next hour? That's all it is.
Guys, that's my discipline noise. 'Cause we were
No.
lacking discipline there.
You lack discipline. That's that's racist, dude.
Damn. Damn.
Uh,
All right, let's jump into this one because this is quick before the whole top of the hour. I was worried there's some like nefarious purpose behind this, but it seems that Nestle is ditching like single-use plastic in the near future.
What?
Yeah. So
Nestle.
Nestle's, especially due to the controversy that I didn't know what was going on about black plastic.
Yeah.
Apparently, black plastics are less likely to contain food-grade plastics to make them, because when a black plastic device, like food container, like I totally have some food in black plastic from today. And what happens is...
Yeah, like your mushrooms come in that sometimes. Yay.
Yeah. So when it gets recycled, it looks like regular garbage to the optical sensors that short recyclables. So black plastic in food items rarely gets recycled. So in order to meet their quota of having enough recycled plastic in a black plastic food container, they'll go to the e-waste arena. So it'll be black plastic from like TVs and VCRs. And that plastic was never engineered to be food grade. So all the extra chemicals that are in there for fire retardation stay in there when it gets recycled and contaminate food in trace amounts.
And is
That blows my fucking mind.
Yeah. Whereas other food plastics, they start food plastic, they recycle it over and over again as food plastic. So they don't have the same kind of
so I'm eating
poly things.
So
in
black
there.
plastic is different plastic.
So I'm eating my Nabisco cookies out of TVs.
Yeah, TV cookies.
All day.
I'm eating TV cookies?
Yeah, dude.
Nabisco
Oh my God.
or
I'm
Nestle?
eating tube TV cookies.
Well, see, Nestle's leaning on not just that, but also the eventual end of plastic disposables in general.
How
I've
are
got
they planning
to-
on doing that? Are they just going to hand you your
paper?
Nestle's?
Ooh,
Paper?
Papel?
Cartons.
Papel.
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 Wow,
So-
paper.
Education.
Metal.
Maytel.
Yes, you get all your food in metal containers now.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That's
It's
not
way
sign
more
language for paper,
expensive.
is it?
But you'll love
This
it.
is how I'd say paper in sign language.
Like cigar boxes
Paper.
of
Paper.
Paper?
cookies.
Paper.
What about this?
Toward yourself. That's make. Or coffee. Because it's
What if
coffee
it's
that's
more
make.
smashy?
Ooh, do dingleberries. That
What if
one's
you like really get into
That
it?
one's funny.
Because I thought there was another make
like that
that's
one.
like that kind of make, you know.
Oh, man.
Oh,
really
I mean,
make.
That's.
Oh well,
There's
that.
There's this.
I like to make it look
I like
both.
that one. That
Yeah.
one's good.
Well, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
to make sure this hand looks like it really likes
Sad.
it.
Oh, sad.
Yeah. No, I want it to look really consensual.
We could
Like
draw a
this
smiley
hand's
face.
asking for this.
You
Boy,
just-
if you're not looking at the stream right now, you don't know what we're doing. So the lower part of my palm is banging into the back of my other wrist.
Yeah, for doggy style.
Doggy style.
That's what it is. Doggy style.
So specific. Whoa.
Oh, sorry.
Kind of got lost in a moment there.
Everyone do the Bundy.
Like
Sorry.
certain
God.
signs get you like, oh, sign dirty.
This one means bestiality.
Why? Because the smaller opening?
I have no idea, but all I know is I was
Supposed to
doing
make the little face.
I was doing this in class, trying to do the sign for jousting.
Yeah,
Jousting. Fencing.
He's fencing with his pinky, you
Yeah,
guys.
like this.
Because animals tend to have smaller buttholes.
And my
For those listening loudly at work.
And my professor went, who's deaf, goes, no, don't do that. I'm like, why? He's like, I'll tell you after class. And I'm like, why after class? Tell me. I was like, oh no, we have some younger students in here. I don't want to offend you. I'm like, okay. Then after she
His
said,
younger students are going to be like, yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
that all day now.
so after class, I'm like, what is that? Well, it's fence. She's like, no, don't do that. I'm like, what is it? And she was writing. She wrote down sex with animals,
Oh, wow.
and then she wrote it down on a piece of paper and showed it to me. I'm like,
Why is
oh.
that required?
I'm like, so
I mean,
that's the sign for bestiality. She was, yes.
It just doesn't seem like that would need like any kind of easy access. Like, I discuss this very infrequently. Is my point. Like that's such a easy to like. It makes me want to do that all the time. But like I never have to talk about that. It never comes up in conversation.
No, it was sad. It was like during a short presentation of how
This-
much I enjoy fencing. I was like, I enjoy fencing. I invite all my friends over. We turn on the Olympics to watch the fencing. Yeah.
You can't
Nice.
just like pretend to swing a sword or nothing.
Yeah, no, because yeah.
This kind of gets.
I did this because it's a small, sword to signify a small sword. Doing this looks like a sword, like an actual sword.
It looks honestly more like a sex act when you do that. The way that you're sorting. Yeah.
Oh,
The
man.
pull them towards you.
Just lock the door, throw
Super
the
weird.
key.
Super weird.
Anyway, go on.
Well,
That's how Chris fences. Ooh.
I wanted to pull us away for a moment and take advantage of the fact that we're just chomping through time. It's already time to talk about some of the homies that you mention RadioVegas.rocks to these folks, and they give you, for example, as much as 10% off. I think there might even be 20% off sometimes with Naked City Pizza, and we've got like a new thing to show you regarding
cups.
Yeah, pepperoni cups.
I'm a person that likes a good deli and also can appreciate a good pizza and a good cold one. Well, one place that's got some great cold ones on tap and some fantastic pizza and other stuff, because you can just smell it when you walk in the door. You're like, I'm home, is Naked City Pizza Shop. And there are two convenient locations for you. One on Arville Street. It's at 3240 South Arville, inside Moondoggy's Bar. And the other one's Paradise, 4608 Paradise Boulevard. You got two to choose from. You walk in, the smells from the fresh dough, and they make their own sausage, you know. So get that pizza with like some, I think it's got dried tomatoes on it, sausage, pepper. I think it's got a few meats, and they've got incredible sandwiches too, and salads. And also, they're famous for their buffalo wings. They were even so famous for those, and I'm not talking about that because I'm telling you about the other stuff that was just so awesome. But I did have the wings, and they are freaking killer. And they were featured on diners, drive-ins, and dives. So go check it out. Naked City Pizza, two locations, 3240 South Arville Street, and the other one on 4608 Paradise Road.
And also now in the El Cortez Casino on Fremont, right next to the Fremont Street Experience, folks. And we've got more on this. Check this out. This company, I thought, sold... Oop. That's right. It's accidentally playing. Okay. Anyway, forget about it. I thought that they sold wax like for weed, but they clean your car. Check it out.
Hey everybody, Crazy Jay from the Rockin' Comedy Show. There's a lot of talk right now about new year, new you. What about new you, old car that needs to look new? If you've been listening to RadioVegas.rocks for the past couple of months, then you know all about Angel Wax and how amazing this product really is. We've been telling you about it, people have been buying it, and it's only gonna get better. So what do I mean by that? How about Tommy Davis, the man behind Angel Wax? He's getting ready to start an invasion. An invasion you're going to want to be a part of. This is where they're going to travel across the country doing public hands-on demos, and they're going to bring the brand out to more people in the public eye, and more people are going to know about it. That means more beautiful looking cars on the road. Angel Wax, check it out online, check them out on Facebook, order yours today, mention RadioVegas.rocks. You're not going to be disappointed. If you're a car buff who loves to spend the weekend or a lot of time detailing your car, you need to get all products from Angel Wax, and you need to order them today.
Today. Don't wait around with your dirty car and your crazy eyes looking at the dust just build up.
Is there something in my eyes?
Yeah, you got a little bit of dust there.
It makes me want to kick you. So, I'm sorry, one more.
Remember in the beginning, when you first started to build a life for you and your family, you never imagined it would come to this. Instead of living your dreams, you're living with debt. In fact, it's smothering you. Now there's a way you can take back control with one simple call. If you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt, you qualify to receive a free, no-obligation consultation on how to get rid of that debt for good. Call the Debt Helpline now. We work on your behalf to reduce your debt. We specialize in credit cards, retail store cards, and medical bills. One simple call is all it takes to get the ball rolling to a debt-free life. Stop living with debt and start living your dreams. Call the Debt Helpline now.
800-709-4389. 800-709-4389.
Sorry to make that sound like it ended with a question, but it really is that phone number.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Well, you heard deja vu because you heard before I unmuted the mics.
Because I'm here in the real life.
So if you're taking a drink every time I mess something up, I just forgot to unmute my mics. So
should probably go to the hospital now.
Shots.
You know what? Another funny one is when I do this. Watch. You guys can't see it, but
yeah, what the hell did you just do?
Well, I broadcasted a screenshot, it did like a Hall of Mirrors thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you should totally do one where you blur out everybody's faces, like a sensor.
Oh, that's a great
You're like,
idea.
I'm sorry, your face is offensive.
Oh, that was
No, here's what I do. I bring up a little me, and then I just put it right on top of your head. Like, ha ha.
My head?
I covered you all.
Ah, that's awesome.
All right. Speaking of covering things, we've got some news coverage.
Yeah, this kind of ties into our last ad. So, up in this apparently there's a place on Earth called China.
Yeah, I heard that like most human beings live there.
Yeah, it's weird. I never heard of it.
Wait,
before
where?
today. China.
Oh, China.
I wish I had like
Yeah.
I wish I had like a Donald
China?
Trump soundboard
Like the wrestler.
because the way he says China is great. China.
China. Like it's a new thing he just heard of. Like he's introducing it to us.
Right.
It's like when people say Macarena, like Macarena. Go on.
Like, oh, what are you trying to show off to with your Macarena pronunciation?
Yeah, Latoya Jackson. Sorry.
Boy, you're bitter about Latoya still.
Yo,
Yeah.
this guy.
Oh, that Playboy magazine is ridiculous.
So,
Sorry. Go on.
all right. So there is an app in China that it lets people. So it notifies users when there's someone within 500 meters of them that has debt, that is in debt. All right. And it allows the person to report that person, saying that, hey, you know what? This guy's out here partying. He looks like he could pay some debt.
Wait,
It's part of
okay.
a shame culture
So-
where the
Yeah.
corporations are trying to use shame to make
There's
people
like a
do
I was
whole,
gonna
debts.
say, do they get a benefit or a perk? Like, do they get like,
I actually don't know. Yeah.
No,
it
this is
doesn't-
a punishment.
here, free
This is
tacos for you because you turned this guy in and now
this
he's
is a
crying in jail getting butt
corporate-
raped.
It started with these billboards. They were electronic signage, big LED screens, because you know they got a lot of them there since that's where they come from.
Really?
Yeah, LED screens. We don't make those in America.
Fucking Asian dude. I'm telling you.
Anyway,
says the half.
look at you.
Yeah.
Anyway. No, I mean,
Sorry.
really, look at you. No, I'm just kidding. So there's screens. And so, like, there'd be a big public area, like a library or a square or something. And anyone nearby that has a debt would be on, like, the rolling marquee with their face and their name and how much they owe.
That's horrible.
Just as a public shaming thing.
People are gonna start killing each
Because
other.
people are embarrassed. So they want to pay their debts to avoid this embarrassment. But then China doesn't look like a country that locks up its debtors.
Ah.
So it helps China look like
So it's the shame cam.
Yeah, it's totally. It's a shame punishment.
That's horrific. I don't know how I feel about that.
Because they're
Then
also
again,
like.
then again, maybe you really want to be on TV for a second and be like, I've got debt.
You know there's people like getting competitive with it. Like how much can I rake up?
Like, I just
My
maxed
face
out
is
all my
everywhere.
credit cards.
Did you guys know that people not only don't want to be famous in China the way we do, the way we all just grow up thinking like rock stars, movie stars, and just idolizing them? That's not the same thing in China. It's quite like that. Of course, they idolize their idols,
Right.
but they also would be afraid to be that well known. Anonymity is helpful in China, and standing out is dangerous.
I think
'cause you have
anonymity
less-
is helpful, period.
Well, yeah, it's the same case here. They're just more aware of it, more likely to act on these dangers there. In that, by that I mean, so if you're a public figure, you're more at risk. You're more at risk for crime to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
way more
understand
likely
that.
to be a target.
Yeah.
And that's scarier to people.
Yeah, everybody's
than-
going to be shame camming the shit out of you if you mess up.
Well, not only that, they'll steal your shit, break into your house.
Yeah, Manny
'cause they-
Pacquiao's house was just broken into.
Really? Oh, Manny? Sorry, Manny.
I know.
Oh, Packy.
A bunch of shit was stolen. Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah. Totes.
Our condolences.
Totes my goats.
But
Sorry. Go on.
yeah, it's like a difference in the culture there that like they don't tend to have as much free time to have like a dream life concurrent to the regular life, like do the weekend warrior thing so much.
Isn't there like a whole social credit system kind of like being developed there where they're trying to just like kind of ingrain this stuff into their culture in general?
From what I've heard, a good place to get introduced to some of this and kind of fall into it is a YouTube channel called ADV China. Ooh, I can show you guys.
ADV China.
ADV China is just a cool channel to learn about China, deal with it. It's mostly these two guys riding around motorcycles telling you about China and how it's like to live there as a Westerner. One dude's an American guy, one dude's a South African guy.
Oh, crazy.
Interesting.
I like that.
I do want to like name this app is called the Map of Deadbeat Debtors.
Oh my god.
Right?
Wow.
You want to talk about like max shame?
Oh my god.
Deadbeat, like that's So wait, what word translates into deadbeat? We don't even
They've
use
gotta
deadbeat in formal English.
They've got to have a word for that.
Wait. Okay, hold on a second. But
It doesn't translate to
Everybody's-
dead, or it translates to deadbeat. Like it has that.
everybody's
Yeah,
in debt,
it's
though,
already,
right?
The map of deadbeat debtors.
Is it people who aren't making their payments on their debt, or
Yeah,
or people in debt period? 'Cause
people
everyone's
who
in
have like
debt.
outstanding debt.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say,
So it's designed
everybody's
like
in debt.
it's like yeah, if you're on this app and someone sees you out partying and like buying bottles for everyone, they're gonna report your ass because you could be paying your debt instead of partying.
Oh no.
You fucking irresponsible human being. All right.
You sack of shit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You've got responsibilities to society.
Wait,
You're
what
drinking
if,
Grey Goose in the club.
Oh man, you're done for.
what if
Especially
the
for our
Popping bottles.
generation.
You've
what
been
if the
popping
app
bottles.
malfunctions? What if it gets it wrong?
Not getting laid tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, he ain't popping bottles in the club
That'd be
like
horrible.
a scissor.
Well, if you think about the way we were raised, though, like our parents.
All it takes is like one good hacker to mess up the system. Like,
Our,
"Yeah,
our
I'm
parents'
dead."
parents built up for retirement. Our parents built up to like leave the earth still owing money, and we were raised
Yep.
watching collapse after collapse of market after market, stagflation, houses we can't afford to buy,
Yeah.
seas of apartment complexes. That's like our generation. So like debt is part of how Americans function.
Yeah.
How we claim to be like a first world
Yeah.
Well, like most
Yeah.
of,
nation
like
still is
a
on
huge portion of
borrowed
the
money.
economy
Playing
is
with
Yeah.
just debt.
imaginary
It depends on it.
Yeah, this country
Yeah.
is built on debt.
Man.
Enjoy
Which
my
always trips me
Monopoly
out.
money.
Which always trips me out because like my dad was super just like on point with money, and I'm like, I'm terrible. I don't get it.
I don't even know what money is.
Yeah, my
Right?
mom was pretty good at it too, but like she was learning about it
pennies
around
that fall out
my
of
age,
your
so
ass
I'm
when
like
you sit
on
down.
schedule.
Right? I'm like, a budget? What the fuck?
I mean, I don't even have enough money to budget with.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
How am I supposed to budget?
Well, we got rid of
It's
our
sad how
our
common that
recliners
is.
today, and we actually checked the grout on the recliners just to make sure we didn't have any change in there.
Yeah, man.
Yo,
God bless
change-
America.
Hey, every little bit.
Well, there was actually, this was a while ago. I read this article, and it was saying if you make less than like a certain amount, which is really low, like 15 or 16 bucks an hour, it's actually worth your time to pick up a penny off the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
Here's a really good one. So, if you do the math on it, they did it. So Bill Gates is walking down the street and he finds a penny on the ground. Do you know what the equivalent would be for him to be worthwhile for him to pick it up off the ground?
He probably like loses like
He would
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It would have to be $33,000 to see a stack of for him to be,
like
You'd have
be
to
worth
see
it.
$33,000 on the ground. But
Yeah.
yeah.
To our penny on the ground.
That's
it would be
gnarly,
33
dude.
grand.
That's
So crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So fucking nuts. Anyway, that's my.
Eat the rich.
He made us
Eat the
condoms.
rich. No, I'm just
He made
You
unpoppable
know.
condoms.
Eat Bill Gates. He
Condoms.
makes great burgers.
Unpoppable condoms.
Yeah, he made unpoppable condoms. Bill Gates.
Thank you, Bill
Nothing
Gates.
is unpoppable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's like a needle dicks disclaimer on it.
Holy shit. Damn.
Needle dick. Needle dick.
That's an unusual phrase there.
Is it though?
Hey,
Maybe, yeah.
apologize if you're commenting and it's not popping up on the stream yet. I'm still working that out. My test comments haven't popped up on the screen yet, but that's okay. We comment anyway, you guys.
Yeah.
It's the spirit of communication.
Because you
And
could
just
read them afterwards.
Jizz all over everything. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
with
Jack
your
off
with
wherever
your
you
thought
want.
messages.
Yes.
Except in public.
No. Hey, we don't
Brain
hate those
fart.
that tune in late.
Brain
Yeah, it's
fart
true.
On the
Also,
page.
Go on.
I actually got a follow-up
Ooh.
to a
We should
fucked up
do
story.
Franzia stands. Sorry. Okay.
So I got a follow-up to this fucked up story we covered a couple weeks back. It happened in Arizona. Can't remember if it was Phoenix. I want to say it was in Phoenix, but
Yeah, this is a thinker.
yeah. So this woman who was in a vegetative state and kept in this facility for like she's been vegetative for like
broccoli.
14 years. Yeah, like broccoli. I would more
Or
like
carrots.
We shouldn't just name a bunch
About
of
snow
vegetables.
peas.
It's
Like
disrespectful.
What about
But
snow peas?
I know. Yeah,
Beets, celery.
Vegetable jokes. Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, so she's in a vegetative state for like 14 years or something, and then she just has a baby.
Ooh, what?
What a whore.
Exactly.
Sorry.
No, I know.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
I actually saw a short film
Wait,
where
She's-
that was the concept, and that's insane to think
pregnant?
that actually
No, she
happened.
actually had a baby because someone at the facility raped her. Had to have.
Right, but is it real rape?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
I mean,
so, yeah.
she's not capable of giving consent.
Yeah.
He
She's
fell
a
in love
vegetable.
with her
We were like, Christopher.
possible personality.
Okay, so great. So
You go in the closet now.
So what does the family think? What's going on?
The family was, they just kind of shrugged. They were like,
No,
whatever.
I don't know.
No, I'm kidding.
Whatever.
They were really upset.
Like dun dun.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, that's what that's.
Let's call in the SVU.
She should have said no.
Where's the special VU?
Yeah.
Did she
I mean-
say? Did she consent? Okay,
I mean,
so
if you think about it, it'd probably be worse to get open heart surgery, right? So if
so-
you're not awake for either one.
so did they find the guy?
They did.
Or-
That's the follow-up.
Oh shit! Go
They
on.
did find the dude. And they're going to fucking torture his
Oh
ass.
Jesus Christ!
Yo.
Oh my God!
But just a little wrap up, just to
Sponge-
like
look
tie
like-
tie the little
Yeah.
knot on
Looks
the
like
bow.
sponge bathing. Gotta
And
get nasty.
have some justice,
Nasty.
and some fucked up dude is getting hopefully
Dude.
put away for a long time.
What's
'Cause
Crazy.
that's fucked up, man.
I
That's
saw
fucked up.
a
What's
short
hap- what's-
film,
what's-
and I think it was in like Spanish or something, and I remember watching, and going, "Yeah, right, that would never happen," but I guess it did.
Oh jeez! Where's the kid
That was
going?
like a decade.
Yeah, I don't
ago
know. I
saw
mean,
that.
probably like getting put up for adoption and taken care of by
Oh
being
my
like a steward of
God.
the
It
state or
might
something.
get raised by that person's parents, because they have active parents taking care of. The vegetative person has active parents taking
Dude,
care
if
of
she
them.
ever wakes up, how fucked up is that gonna be?
Well, she does kind of wake up a little bit. That's the thing, is she will like smile and kind of respond to like family's voices and stuff. So there is like a tiny bit of
that's-
consciousness there.
That's even worse though.
I know.
She's like,
Yeah, because there was someone
Yeah.
there was someone
It really
in there
is, man.
experiencing something then.
yeah,
Yeah,
either
that makes it
yeah,
more
like-
fucked up for sure. Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Well, hey, maybe.
But it's like a child, so this is someone with a mentality of
Wait,
like like an infant.
How old
That's
is
actually
the,
what I was gonna
how
say
old
is, like,
the
she's,
victim?
Adult.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah,
said that was
she's
a
an adult.
child.
No,
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 the
their mentality would be like
Oh, I
she's
get
like
it.
she's
like
fried.
pre-toddler.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's been like,
God, there's so many layers to this onion.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
the layers of this
fucked up,
being.
major.
I knew I could pull you out of being able to joke about
I
it.
can't
with
joke
trauma.
about
Yeah.
it anymore. I am so
I knew I could
sorry.
get you there.
I didn't realize.
I know.
Yeah.
That is
Well,
so-
joking is how we cope, but it's also interesting when we can get to where like, wow, I can't even cope with that.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm sorry. That's no man's land for me.
I'll be the first to inform you, Chris, that you're going to hell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is not.
Congratulations.
That is
Sorry,
like that is so special. Vu, it hurts.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
dude, sucks.
Yeah.
fucked up.
Ow. Oh
But,
well, let's hope she pulls through. I mean, not pulls through. I don't know what to say. I'm,
Well, no.
I'm
right?
so speechless on that one.
That
Or
kid
further, like I wonder.
has a lot of people looking out for it though. Like the sheriff's office is like, we've got a new member of our community. We're gonna
Oh,
be looking out for
good.
this kid. So I think it's being born into like at least enough notoriety to get some
like,
attention.
is he all right? Obviously not completely all right, but
Oh yeah, is the perp?
The perp's going to jail.
yeah.
Yeah,
well,
no,
is
but
there
is he
like
okay? Like, in
yeah,
the
is
head?
there
Yeah,
like
oh, yeah.
psychological shit going on?
Unfortunately, the perp has a couple kids that aren't going to see him for so long.
How do you get those kids?
on?
So those kids kind of lose a lot of time with their dad because their dad wanted to make another kid
'Cause their
with
dad
an
was fucked
invalid.
up.
With a ch-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is a fucked up place, man.
There's so many more layers now.
Yeah.
But wait,
It's way-
with this person's genes, as bad a thing as he did, maybe this child that came from him will be the most industrious of his kids and take advantage of all opportunities placed in front of it as it grows throughout its life.
We can only hope.
We should hope this kid will be a well-intentioned opportunist.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why like Waz always finds like the silver lining, and he's good at that.
Yeah, this kid will see
I like
available
that.
resources.
What a fucking
And-
bummer. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it is, though.
That's such a bummer.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Oh, yay!
Just kidding. That's how it actually ends later, though.
Oh man, terrible. Yeah, I'm just gonna lay a fucking major bummer on everyone.
Oh God, how do you recover from that?
Exactly.
Like this. New news.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, you got
I'm
one.
not ready.
I know you.
I'm not ready. All right.
Inside your spirit heart.
So Pella Poundstone's making a comeback. I'm
What?
kidding. No,
No,
she's not.
We've
No,
got,
she's
we've
not.
got some that aren't on there that we can mention real quick. If you're not up to it,
No, I got
the
some.
shutdown
I'm
should be
just fucking
ending.
random.
Yeah.
There's supposedly
I got-
an end to the shutdown for a couple
Really?
weeks.
Finally.
For 3 weeks.
Wait, it's shut down for 3 weeks?
No,
No,
we're
no.
gonna have 3 weeks of no government shutdown, where some people can get paid for the next 3 weeks,
Oh, God.
and should be getting their back pay within a couple days, supposedly. But I mean, holler back if you're one of those furloughed, and let us know how that really works out for you. Because I mean, we're
Yeah, the
not
whole
having the most
situation is
trustworthy. The government's not the most trustworthy employer. I mean, there would be you would have such fines if you had a business and dealt with your employees this way. Like you
Yeah.
would go under if you sent out a memo to your business, like your employees, that they needed to talk to their landlords about
Which is
arranging their
which,
rent.
I mean, has this ever happened with any of Trump's businesses?
No, those businesses just go bankrupt as soon as they're out of his name.
No.
Or it's satellite businesses that other Americans put their livelihood and their family's income into that
Yeah.
he put out of business.
That's a weird coinky dink. That,
Yeah.
You know.
He's like a bankruptcy fairy. He doesn't get bankrupt. The pixie dust doesn't land on his fluffy head. He just splashes it all around. You get a bankruptcy and you get a bankruptcy.
Bankruptcy!
Oh,
I
the
just-
bankruptcies.
but
It's a good thing though.
It was Teddy Roosevelt that was like the buck stops here, president, right?
Yeah. No.
And, like,
I don't know.
I think it was. I think it was Roosevelt who was like the buck stops here.
Sounds recent. I thought that buck stops here thing was in our time, like a Reagan thing or something.
No. Reagan.
What's this buck stopping?
Reagan
I don't
had
understand.
fucking Alzheimer's, man. All right.
time.
Anyway, so it was I'm fairly
Reagan
sure.
had fucking Alzheimer's.
Whoa,
Right?
whoa.
I'm pretty sure it was like it was Roosevelt. But anyway, the point is that I imagine like Trump is like the buck stops anywhere but here.
No, I'm not taking any responsibility for anything
Right.
ever.
Anyway, yeah. So at least the government is back open for 3 weeks. Like, I just can't. Oh man, it's
DoLLL?
mind-boggling, man. I was
I'm good.
like, I was reading that Canada
Think
has
so.
kind of like a fail-safe
it's like
in
the
place
best.
where if the government stops functioning for, and it's not a very long period, but if the government stops functioning, then there's just like an emergency election held and they just like re-elect people. I'm like, we should fucking do that because the dudes running shit right now ain't getting shit done.
What if that's what Russia was going for? This is under the theory that there's a lot of holes in, and it's likely a lot more complicated than this. But sometimes I like to pretend that Trump's just a shill for Russia, and all this is like what Russia's trying to do to fuck up our government with their guy in there.
crazy.
And it's fun to think about it that way, but I think that he'd be doing a more complete and better job if that's what he was. Because I mean,
did anyone watch The Apprentice?
No.
A little bit.
I did a little bit.
I did a little bit with Rodman. I saw it.
I mean, does anyone remember Trump from The Apprentice?
Yeah, I love going to my dad and saying, "Hey, Dad, you remember that show Apprentice? The guy that said you're fired." Yeah, that's our president right now. He's
Not my
literally the
president.
president.
I'm just saying, like
He's Mr. President.
he didn't even do a great job
No.
on the show. You know
No.
what I mean? Like,
how many people are like revoking their own citizenship over this? We're having reverse immigration.
2 more years. Just hang in there for 2
Yeah,
more
nice.
years.
Oh yeah, because it'll be perfect after that.
It will be immaculate.
Solve
Country's
everything.
going to be in shambles.
That's
Wait. So the government shutdown is over? Is that what you said?
temporarily for 3 weeks. So
But then it's shut down again after 3 weeks.
if nothing happens between now and February 15th.
Because officially now this is the longest government shutdown in
yeah,
U.S.
exactly.
history.
Yeah.
You know what else is really delicious? You guys get ready for this one. Wait for it. So, and correct me in the follow-up chat, homies, if I've got a notch of this wrong. But the Democrats offered somewhere between $1.2, $1.4 billion for the wall. So there was no like, Democrats aren't going to give me any money for my wall. Not only is there already money that's earmarked for border security that hasn't gone to building any wall action yet. There's already money there.
Yes.
We could build a good miles and miles of wall right now with the money that's already there for it. That's how much of an emergency we have about this wall building. That we're like, but rather than get anybody making this wall with this money, we're concerned that we need $5 billion. We'll shut down this government for only getting $1.2 billion.
This is true.
I can't remember if it's 2 or 4. 1 point something billion.
I think it was 1.3 billion. Trump got 1.3 billion.
Yeah.
Then he wants 5 billion.
This government reinitializing, unshutdowning, making new words up about it thing going on for the next 3 weeks is including no money for the wall. So he's like losing $1 billion plus for the wall.
It's Looney Clunes. It's Looney Clunes.
Yeah. Super Looney Clunes.
Yeah.
But there was a segue that got lost somewhere in there about us traveling over there, and there's actually a pretty big influx of Americans going over to Mexico for cheaper healthcare.
Yeah.
Medical tourism is very much a thing because it's actually cheaper to take a vacation to Mexico and get healthcare, which is totally fine. It's not like you're getting healthcare in a dumpster. Like I imagine it's portrayed some places.
Can you imagine getting healthcare in a dumpster?
Awesome.
Sounds low key. Sounds low pressure.
Right? But no, it's like so much cheaper to get healthcare in Mexico that like it's cheaper to even like take a vacation and get healthcare than it is to get healthcare in America.
Yeah, they have actual international ports, don't they? In a lot of countries where people specifically come to get healthcare for cheaper.
Oh yeah.
And it's all people from all over the place.
I have family members that go to the Philippines all the time to have it done.
Yeah.
To have like procedures done because it's like nothing.
And like dental work is like
geez, so cheap.
Insanely cheap.
Yeah, insanely cheap.
In Mexico. And it's
my dad had like stuff removed from under his eyes, and I guess if he did it here it would have cost like $15,000, but he went to the Philippines and had one of his old classmates do it for him in a living room for $150 an eye. Yeah.
What?
I swear to God. He's like in the living room getting like shit removed from his eyes, from his face.
Damn.
Actually.
Oh, God.
I just imagine, but like,
yeah.
I just imagine that like
better than a dumpster. Go on.
Yeah. But it's like going to get an actual tattoo than like getting a tattoo in a hotel room for like $40.
I mean, I see it like this: if it's the same machine, the same artist, the same.
Lots of times the same university that trained the doctor.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Mexican doctors went to an American university to get their medical degrees.
Yes. I mean, that's kind of how I see it. I don't really care about the setting. If the person's qualified to do it, right?
And it's sterilized.
It's sterilized. I'll
if
get a
it's
tattoo
the only thing you can
kitchen.
afford, also, if your copay with your insurance is more money than going to Mexico and getting it done.
Well, I will say this though about the whole tattoo thing is like I would never get a tattoo in someone's garage or bathroom or kitchen. I don't care how broke I am. I'm never doing that. Just as much as I wouldn't go to someone's living room to get like I don't know, because my left ear it's facing forward more than my right ear, and there's a procedure I can get done in the Philippines that would cost like if I did it here it'd cost like $20,000. Doing the Philippines it would cost like $500. But honestly, I'd rather do it here in the U.S. if I ever had it done, which I'm not going to.
It seems like you wouldn't notice that having been done much. You'd have all this ear movement pain, and you'd probably hear stuff worse. Because asymmetrical ears help you judge distance better.
That's
you
true.
know.
Yeah, that's true.
One of mine is drastically higher up than the other one. By like a third of my
I think
ear.
everyone's is though.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's
You're
face is
supposed to
like
be,
really asymmetrical.
But I'm
it
a
just
freak of
looks
nature, Greg.
symmetrical. Are you really? Though?
Yeah, check it out.
You are.
He just wants to be beautiful.
Oh man, yo, Twitch chat. No,
it's really noticeable now.
I can't handle it.
No. You'd have to tell me. I thought it was those kicker headphones.
We just gotta chop that bad boy off right now. And put you out in
it's like that song by Christina Aguilera. What?
You're a genie in a bottle? Yeah. And I have to rub you the right way?
Come
Don't
and rub
question
me
my...
out.
Shit, not my eye.
Oh man.
That's where it's going.
I love it.
Don't question my instant access Christina Aguilera lyrics.
She sang that Mulan song.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, there's our dun-dun when we were all dun-dunning.
Yeah, we were all dun
Dun-dun.
With footsteps, though.
Dun-dun.
All right, I got another. Where did this happen?
Yay.
This one should be easy. So apparently, crazy home dude hot-wired a forklift and was running around all crazy on a construction site for a liquor store and caused like $100,000 of damage. And when he was apprehended, he said his name was Alice Wonderland, and he was told to commit the offenses by a hookah-smoking caterpillar.
Yes! He's a ripoff.
Where did this happen?
Yeah, where did this happen?
Florida.
Arizona.
Yes!
Yo.
Nice trick there.
The softball.
I see what you did there.
No.
That's half right, though.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no?
Arizona.
No.
Oh.
She said Flarizona.
Oh, Flarizona?
Yeah, which is a new state we just created.
Arizona, Flarizona.
Yeah.
So which...
That's where you get your tea.
It was Florida. No, you were right.
Okay. All right.
Because you said Florida and then
Tea
she
with
said
the gators.
Flarizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just, man, like hot wiring a forklift. Props, man.
Because the caterpillar.
You know, it's
duh.
silly. You can go.
Yeah.
I mean, I shouldn't say that. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, so sometimes they leave the key in those cat.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
all the time.
Yeah, they leave the key in there. So late at night, if you see one, you go and you steal it because it's a master key, and you can start whatever cat thing.
And then you can get into the Zelda dungeon.
Supposedly, I don't know if that's true. And then you can go in the Zelda dungeon. Thank
Yes.
you. Yeah. So you go to Hyrule Field, right?
I've heard about like them leaving the keys in the machine.
Yeah.
I've never heard that a master key would ever be left in a machine.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if this is true, but I heard of a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend that lived on the same street, his cousin.
At his bar mitzvah.
That where someone left a master key and it just looks like, or it could have just been a blank key that happened to fit in all the thingies. Yeah.
Now it's starting to sound sexual.
Sorry.
Possibly.
Gog frisk.
You lube it up.
Jeez.
Well, that's how you get the marquees changed. You know,
What?
whenever you see like some funky marquees that are like,
Dun, dun.
Oh yeah.
Joe sucks cock.
Mike was here.
I used to say McDouble.
I mean,
look
no
what
one
they
paid.
did.
No one paid someone to change that marquee. I mean, maybe someone did. I don't know.
Could you do that? Like if you like, you know,
Yeah, if you
could
just find
could
like
you-
sometimes they just leave like the scissor lifts out there with
Yeah.
the keys in. Yeah,
You
can
guys
just-
get this.
Oh.
On LED screens, the source, the video source, any big LED screen you see, any of those playing those videos and stuff, so there's either synchronous or asynchronous. Asynchronous, there's a Wi-Fi connection, something like that, where a data file is given to the screen and there's a media player, like a VCR, and it plays the media. Synchronous, there's something playing video, usually a computer, or sometimes if it's really big, a couple of computers playing different parts of the same file, and they're synced together. But either way, you're looking at like just DVI video, which is basically HDMI.
Yeah.
So you could have like any HDMI video source
Ooh, you can
and
never-
find your little broom closet where this computer is and put whatever you want on it.
Oh my god.
Not only that, but if you can splice Cat5 cable, if you found one of the Cat5 cables going to a screen, because any of the ones on the strip are going to have a couple. Because on one Cat5 cable, you could probably only get maybe like 20 feet by 10 feet tops. At those resolutions, at most double that, maybe if it's like a P10, which is like 10 millimeters between each pixel, which is like a whole centimeter between pixels, but you don't realize it that
Right,
far away
it's
from
far
it.
away, yeah.
So if you got one of those Cat5 cables, cut it, spliced it, a new end in, and you had a new sender unit, so we call them sender cards, but sometimes it's in a box, and that's got a fresh DVI input for you wherever you want. Vandals, getting any ideas? So you get one of those. I guarantee that 75% of the screens up on the strip in the last 5-6 years are going to be Nova Star. So write that in your little
Yes.
vandalism notebook. Not that I'm not advocating this. Obviously, don't do this. But here's how you do it. So you get the Nova Star software. It's called Nova Star Mars. I think they changed it to not be called Mars anymore because it was confusing to Americans. So it's called like Screen Control. They understand screen control, right? These silly people don't understand Mars. Sounds like a screen controller software. They don't understand about Mars and his
You could
screen.
like name things that it doesn't actually reflect what it does.
I'm
like
sure
branding.
there's some like mythical story about some dragon and some guy in a boat named Mars or something.
So what do you do then, though?
But okay, then that's it, man.
Really?
did it.
Holy crap,
You're
it's so
in.
easy. In theory.
Honestly, you don't even need the software. You just need the box, splice it in, send it some video, and at least a chunk of that screen's gonna light up with your with
Your dick pics.
or your
Yeah,
like
all day.
evil
Could it be meaningless,
anarchist message or
Me
whatever.
just like windmilling my dick. Just
and then the other 40% is going to be Linson. That's spelled Linsn. Thank you.
oh my god, we should like do that and I don't know, put like old videos of like Lance Burton's magic.
Yeah, it's going to be a Linson or a Nova Star
confuse
sender, and then
everyone.
you've got whatever you want on the screen.
So why haven't you done this yet, dude?
I mean,
Because it doesn't make any money. I only do it when people pay me to work on their screens. I don't have time to be vandalizing it. Like I'm going to get a job from that.
It's probably going to cost you money in the end if you
hold
get
on.
caught.
Lance Burton and not David Copperfield. I mean, for
I
real,
vote Nyan Cat. 10-hour loop.
Me,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think The Amazing Jonathan would be a good one.
Yeah, there's
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I get behind that.
Yeah.
All right. I
We should
can
do
agree
that
with
for John.
Right. I concur.
Nathan.
For John.
Yeah, for
Nothing.
John.
Nothing. John Nothing.
All right.
John Nothing. That's my new rap name, John Nothing.
Nice. Anyway.
All right. I got one for you, Oz. This is one of yours, it looks like. I don't know what it's about. I didn't read this at all.
Can we tease it? Do a couple ads, and I'll dive in.
Nice.
Because this is our last break
Yeah.
of this
Yeah, do it,
initial
man. Do your-
inaugural Twitch stream moment
the,
together.
do
Let's
the
stop
things.
looking at this dude.
Should
You
play
haven't-
something
You know, okay,
positively presidential.
this guy that took the wow, I'm clicking the wrong things. Hope you guys took some shots from that. He's
Splooge
ugly is
button.
what I'm trying to say. Oh, and then the headline, it says police : so when it made the link, it looked like this was a policeman that stole this forklift. That's what I thought it was this whole time.
That was so good.
was a police dude.
Anyway, so what's the one you're talking to me about?
It's a dirty
All I
car.
know is it's about MIDI 2.0.
MIDI 2.0. I'm gonna tell you guys about
Okay.
MIDI 2.0 in
I'm
just
super
a
stoked about this,
moment.
dude.
Just a second.
Meant? Yeah.
No,
Wait.
but right now.
Commercial chug.
Ah!
Yeah.
From top to bottom, the Golden Tiki is the most interesting bar in Las Vegas. It has so many hidden treasures inside that you need to go again and again just to take in the great decor you may have missed the first time. The Talking Tiki who puts on a show over the bar, or the black velvet paintings that tell the story of the pirate William Tobias Faulkner and his influence on the bar. You gotta love the Tiki-inspired ashtrays, including those that blow smoke when you leave a cigarette inside. Hey, don't steal them, that's not cool. Grab some friends and order the treasure chest used for the $499 VIP service, or the $35 scorpion bowls, or $45 zombie punches. The skeleton that puts on his own show, or the waterfall, the lucky tiki you need to rub, the twinkle lights. I could go on and on, but just come down to the Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road, and experience the hidden hideaway for yourself. Did I mention at the Golden Tiki you should look for the Easter eggs hidden throughout the bar? Return and you'll most likely discover new things you didn't notice before, like Wilson hanging out behind the bar, or Bigfoot's footprint. The Golden Tiki, 3939 Spring Mountain Road.
Yeah, there's some magical environment there. You feel like you're like just transported into the mind of Frank Sinatra. Like you're in his head, and like birds talk to you, and when you close your eyes, it's amazing.
I love
It's
when that happens.
yeah, it's like the platinum tiki, that golden tiki. Anyway, hey, you know what time it is?
Hey, Bugsy, you hear the news about Vinny?
Yeah, it's a real shame he owed money to the IRS and they finally caught up with him.
Just like Al Capone.
If the IRS can get to Capone, imagine what they can do to little old Vinny, huh?
Poor cat, he was on top of the world, then bada boom, bada bing.
What Vinny needs now is an offer he can't refuse.
Hey, you got a tax problem? Does the IRS claim you owe them a bunch of dough? They can get you too. So call the tax relief line now and learn if you qualify to negotiate your $10,000 plus IRS tax debt for up to a 75% savings. Don't be like Al or Vinny and get busted. Make this free call now. Learn how you may be able to pay the IRS less.
Call now. 888-789-5042. 888-789-5042.
All of our clients,
That's right.
small or large, have two things in common.
We have a
Firstly,
business here. They're
need
really
for a
cool.
convenient and professional place to work. And secondly, they don't want to have to pay for empty space.
We have a space here. It's awesome. Yay.
Our offices help you to establish startup, project, sales, and branch offices. You can set up a new workspace in an instant and match space to the growth of the company, allowing you to focus on your core business without the distraction of running an office. You may need an office for a few hours, a few days, several months, or even years. With over 1,200 of the best locations around the world, Regis offers you the flexibility to work where you like and how you like. You can choose offices for one person or a whole department, as well as open plan and co-working environments. When you rent an office through us, you get high-speed internet access, local area networks, and plug-and-play connectivity. And best of all is that we can get you into some of the best business addresses around the world. We're aware there are hundreds of millions of customers out there, and Regis aims to set you free to work where the revenue is. We're a global force, leading the change in workspace solutions. So tap into our infrastructure and streamline the way your business uses office space.
Yeah, I love being played out with that past musical ditties. All right, but hey, guess what? It's that time. Yeah. All of those. And, yeah. Now we're going to whistle the wind into the next moment together. Welcome back. Ooh.
Hi.
Go away.
2.0.
That's where Christian Bale appears and yells at us.
Where is it? MIDI 2.0.
Okay,
This
I
ain't
wanna
your
hear
mother's
about that.
MIDI. This ain't your grandmother's MIDI.
Where's the MIDI?
This is the MIDI
You guys,
2.0.
you can't rush the MIDI.
I want to hear about MIDI.
MIDI's only been a format for like,
A few months,
showing
MIDI
my stream
1.0.
dashboard. What am I
Where is
doing?
it?
I meant to show you guys this MIDI time. So yeah,
MIDI times?
MIDI's only been around since like longer than any of us have been alive. But it's finally getting a refresh. Meanwhile, USB is already come and gone. We now have like USB that you don't even have to like flip it the right way. But MIDI, we've got these big old MIDI ports on our tiny little audio devices now. I think it's time for a tinier MIDI jack. That hasn't been announced. I want a tiny MIDI jack. I don't care if it's old school MIDI or MIDI 2.0. Just make a tinier version of the jack. There's a little baby XLR that sure uses, sorry, we're talking inside baseball here. Musicians, I know you want some new MIDI. So MIDI, there's going to be quicker note response so that it's already very low latency using MIDI, but more granular proportions of time in the new format, and something that was hinted at that hasn't been officially announced that I know about. It might be in the details. I didn't do real research on this.
Why would you?
Whatever.
Gosh.
What's MIDI anyway? Gross. But no, like a lot of people are intimidated by MIDI and think it's like on the high, on the more advanced side of music production, whereas other people kind of dive in, don't even know it's special, especially people that don't play musical instruments, and then pick up maybe keyboard, or they don't, they just end up producing music. They realize that it's just a simple way for music to talk to other music, but digitally, in like a language that the music understands. So MIDI is pretty simple. It's just a kind of communication. If two things are MIDIing up, they're MIDIing together, they're sending MIDI at each other, it's not so scary. But one thing that I've noticed is that when you pitch bend a note or you pitch bend a chord, you pitch bend the whole keyboard at once. So one thing that I've seen lacking in MIDI that I'm looking forward to with this, that there's no way they could leave this out, is polyphonic pitch bending per note. So there. Welcome to the future.
I didn't realize that you couldn't pitch bend the notes.
Yeah, and then support in that case for instruments that are microtonal, so that there's notes in between the notes, and you can get chord sounds that are more like a true primal, how people would have sung in a cave back in the day, kind of like fifths and thirds chords with a microtonal keyboard, and to be able to support that more natively, I think might be a thing too. I mean, I have seen microtonal stuff happen that I thought might have been through MIDI with some weird hardware, there's a computer involved, but from what I know about the MIDI spec, I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know
What
what.
about them micro tonals now, man?
When I'm reading raw MIDI data, I didn't see anything in there about microtonal support. So, you guys, I love reading things in hexadecimal.
Right, yeah. I just like to print out the music in hexadecimal.
Yeah. That's like the worst sight reading ever. Anyway.
So this was announced, but is it out? It's not out yet.
There are no products that feature it yet.
I'm
Only
curious what the price
prototyping,
bracket's gonna
development hardware, so you can like try your product out with it.
So it's not gonna be this. Is it the same port, or is it?
Yes.
So it's the same. So it's okay if you still have MIDI.
For sure.
1.0.
In fact, what I did read, there's a strong emphasis on reverse compatibility. So it'll be absolutely supportive of old hardware.
So that extremely expensive piece of hardware that you got that has the old MIDI port on it is still going to work.
Yeah, in fact,
that's great.
I don't think any of us are going to do anything that's going to need MIDI 2.0 that I'm aware of. I mean, there's probably going to be a killer feature that's going to make us go, darn, but how much is a MIDI adapter? It's like $30. So like a MIDI 2.0 one might be like 40. So I think we'll be okay. We'll have a year where it's like, oh, $600 first MIDI 2.0 interface. Thanks. I was, Universal Audio. Okay.
Worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
Totally.
If you know high-end gear, then you chuckled hard on that. That's right, Andrew Wong. Andrew Wong would love that. He's a UI enthusiast because he's got only the best. Look up Andrew Wong on YouTube. It's
a great channel.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Even if you
Amazing.
don't like are not into music production or anything, it's entertaining.
My favorite video on YouTube is when he took Trump just sniffing, and cut it into all these bits and made like a sick ghetto blasting beat.
No.
Yo, this like ridiculous hip hop beat, dude.
Like a sick bass line and shit.
Oh, no.
All from that audio sample, yeah.
Every drum hit and the bass line is all just a Donald Trump sniff from like a campaign speech where it's like
God.
it's rad.
Holy shit.
Legit, check it out. Donald Trump.
Oh, my test messages showed up on the stream.
Yeah?
That means it's possible that other people's might when that happens.
When that happens.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't mean to be pathetic, but we're
That's
transitioning.
the first
Wait, on Twitch or on YouTube?
Yeah.
It's the first Twitch.
Both? No shit.
Yeah, I'm testing out this conglomerator. So hey, we can celebrate my messages at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Where's the little confetti poppers when you need them?
All right. I know we're.
it's about quality, not quantity, right? Everybody.
Right, yeah. That's what she said. Maybe.
I was actually thinking that, but I was like, I don't know what. Shit.
Yeah. Good job thinking that.
All right. Since we're coming towards.
It's cutting off all my.
We're coming towards the end of our ropes, and we're gonna have to jump off the bridge soon.
Yikes.
No, so
yeah,
one
we're in the
piece-
tail end.
One piece of real news, and then I got a follow-up story that we've been covering hard for months, here and there. So today, Roger Stone was indicted. He was a long-time Trump advisor to the Trump campaign, right? And he got indicted for multiple counts of like lying to Congress. And so it'll turn out that he was actually a coffee boy the whole time. But again, it's just another notch in the belt of like all the people who worked on the Trump campaign who have been indicted. I think he's like the 6th or 7th now, who are in very close relation to the Trump campaign.
I don't think anyone can hear on the mics that the cat is like trying to get our attention.
I know.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
It's funny.
it's very distracting. I don't know why I like
Well,
dogs.
he doesn't say much usually.
I
That's why it's
know.
extra funny.
Yeah.
Look at it's like he's really got a message.
Oh man. He's like, you
She's
guys.
been following the story too.
I know.
guys
I know that cat has hella
suck.
food too.
Yeah.
Give him a mic.
It's just because we haven't talked in a while. That's the thing.
I just always imagine like
It's a neglect on my part.
if
thing.
cats are just always talking shit. Like I just imagine cats are like, "What's up, you little punk fuck piece of shit?"
You see the way they look at each other and exchange this body language? That's like cussing us out with their little shoulder movements and
They're
stuff.
like, "These fuckers, they haven't fed us in 20 minutes. Like, what the fuck is up? I know I got food in my bowl, but I want more." just to make them do it.
Yeah.
You know.
They must think of us like the way we think of horses.
Yeah, I imagine so. That's what I always say. Like, I mean, we don't have anyone like cooking meals for us, man.
Yeah. Where I grew up, you didn't even have to license your cat because they were considered they belong to themselves. You're just a caretaker.
Yeah.
But dogs, you had to license.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You could optionally license your cat and stuff, but I don't think it was even called a license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of an animal license or like
Oh,
for a dog or
really?
cat. Yeah.
Oh well, in
that's very-
California, you have to license everything. And
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, you can't take a piss without talking to the government first about it.
Like, may I be allowed to take a piss, sir?
Yeah, I don't get why. Like, okay, so it's this liberal state, but like that means that you've got no liberty about anything.
Right. Well, plus there's just like no public bathrooms. Like when I went to San Francisco, there's like public bathrooms aren't a thing.
Well, I mean, it's this one public bathroom everywhere.
Yeah,
pretty
I guess
much.
San Francisco.
If you really want to think
is.
about it,
Communal pothole.
it's a big giant bathroom. That's where you live in.
Yeah.
In
I
New
love
York, you got to pay for the restrooms.
Yeah, there were a
You gotta
few of
put,
those
If that
around, but
money
they're
goes
like
to someone that cleans the restroom, I'm into that.
probably not.
75 cents to take a piss.
I've had some pisses worth $1 or $2, man.
Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, all I got is a $5, but I don't care right now.
yeah. I've taken a $5 in my day.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Drop
This
a
guy.
$5. Got some paperwork to do in the office for sure.
Oh man, that's just the piss. You know,
You don't use toilet paper when you piss?
all day.
Wait, what?
Dude wipes.
What are you talking about?
Okay, good.
Dude
Okay, I have to
wipes.
bring something up. Okay, Chris Hardwick, and he has brought up on his podcast many times that there's a button. So you know how when you go pee standing up, sorry to leave you out here. I mean, you can, but it's just way more awkward.
Oh yeah, all the time.
So you shake it out, as we all should, right? We're all shake it out.
yeah.
I don't mean to. You guys don't have to shake,
Shake
it out if
it
you
like
don't
a
want it.
boat.
I mean, you should.
Some
It's gotta
people
be
don't.
good.
Sometimes people just give
I
the little
blow
hips.
on mine really hard. Because at work,
Sounds so great.
because you dry your hands with that blower.
Well, I just picture
It's the
you
same
bending all
concept.
the way over and like, yeah, you get right up in there. People are like, how do you even bend like that?
Like, what is he doing in there?
I keep a paper towel roll like through the tube in my jacket, and I put it around my lips. Go.
Brings a little battery fan.
Go on.
So Chris Hardwick said that there's a button that you can push on your taint to get the last drips out.
Oh yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
So you shake it out and you put it away, and then you still got some dots because you're wearing the tighty whities
Yeah,
still.
I know what you mean.
Because they're hip and fashionable. It's what we all wear now.
You get some dots, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you get the young kids with the dots. If they just knew, you just reach under there and push the button first.
That can't be right.
So I get a dude wipe and wrap it around a ballpoint pen. And I get up there and I push the button every time.
Like a reset button.
Yeah.
I tried a couple times. It made me feel like I had to wash my hands after.
Wait.
I mean, I didn't find a clear button either. That was another part. I was shoving all over on there.
Did you guys go like at the bottom of the shaft and like squeeze all the way to the tip like a tube of toothpaste so that the rest of the pee goes out of the shaft? Is that just? I don't do that. Raise your hand if you do. I don't do that. Do you do that? Do you do that?
I've tried it. I'm not.
I just
gonna lie.
You had me thinking.
I just
is
don't
that
like
part of the routine? Because I don't pay attention.
I don't
mean,
like.
I've
I don't like
I've
dots.
I've tried everything. I just,
You tried
nothing
blowing
worked.
on it?
Except that.
Maybe you
that never
just
occurred to me.
flick it against the wall.
I
Try to
really
get it
hard.
over my
Yeah.
shoulder.
I tap the bottom of it.
Like
with
Lucky
the,
Salt.
I take my big toe and I tap the bottom of it.
The big toe,
Yeah,
though.
like that. You know what I mean? Right, you know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Wait, show me that leg movement again.
Namsen.
Namsen?
Is killing me.
Namsen.
Oh god,
my
that's
God.
not gonna leave my head for
Dude
ages.
wipes, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's why you
kinda
need some
hate
dude
you right
wipes.
now.
Oh man. Okay, now we've got. I think this is the right one. Hold on. Yeah. No, it's more like. Yeah. So like, you guys, this is ready. This is the last thing that you're gonna take with you
All
to
right.
your water cooler.
I just
Just
wanted,
so you don't have to have that mental.
I just
image in
wanted
your
to
head.
close out on this because we've covered this a few times, and it's our good buddies from the Fire Fest. Just got to bring this up, right? They've got a few documentaries out covering their hijinks, and from the initial stories, you never realize like the scope of it and how much of a clusterfuck it actually was. When you're like, these dudes just thought they were gonna throw a festival on a random island in the Bahamas, like no big deal. Right? And then you think like just any festival you've been, even if it's like a small one that's like a day or two, like they're a huge fucking chore, man. Like I couldn't imagine like throwing a festival. It'd be so much delegation and like infrastructure and all that
responsibility. Yeah, liability. Boom. Yeah.
The insurance alone.
Yeah,
Damn,
right.
that'd be a good time. You'd be everybody's favorite
But
person.
imagine.
Oh, yeah, they didn't mess with insurance.
Yeah, but imagine if you tried to create a festival on an island in the Bahamas without insurance.
Oh.
Because that's what these guys did. Spoiler alert.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
On an island they couldn't fit on and had no infrastructure on.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Just like some random islands. Like, the whole thing is just way more of a clusterfuck than you initially imagined. It like, the stories initially were like, okay, these guys wanted to throw like a badass festival on an island and they got in over their heads and didn't know what they were doing. And like, that is a big part of the story, but also that the dude is just like a flat out con man and went around ripping people off all day. And like, yeah, it's, everyone should watch the documentary. It's just, it's pretty gnarly.
Actually happened?
Yeah, it's a real shit.
This happened. Ja Rule helped sponsor it.
Ja Rule, that one you're talking about.
The founder was in prison for 6 years.
Yeah. Oh shit! They made a documentary on it.
There's two of them.
My
There's
God.
two competing documentaries. There's one on Netflix and one on Hulu.
Oh.
Can I spend just a minute with my similar experience? I feel for these Fire Festival people because when I was in high school, a little festival cropped up around me. It was called Wazfest. Some of my high school buddies who are listening, you fucking remember this. Yeah, this was I didn't like want to do it, but everyone was so psyched about Ozfest that just happened. I don't know if that dates me, but there was a rhyme. They're like, yeah, everyone was talking about it. I was in a band at the time, and kids would hang out on my roof because it was like built like a deck, and they didn't finish building a deck.
Oh, so cool.
So it's just no guardrails, but like a deck. So one day we get together and we play the band on the roof with like 3 or 4 other friends. And this photographer comes that's doing like a college project. And they ask, hey, can I take all these pictures of you guys playing up here for my college thing? And ended up looking really legit. Like,
what the fuck?
And then I ended up getting called Wazfest for like the rest of
God.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, that's so...
Oh, man, we gotta make shirts.
I wish we had a flat roof.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. Our neighbors would
What year
hate
was
it.
this?
This would have been late 90s, maybe year 2000.
We should
I think it was
make
year
a shirt to
2000.
say Wazfest 99.
You should put those pictures on the feed.
So sick.
Yo, Wazfest 99.
Wazfest
Yeah.
99.
Oh, yeah.
Wazfest 2 coming soon.
Never. No, this is all about how there's no way I'd ever want to be anything to do with any festival. No.
Wazfest.
I don't even like to go to festivals. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Festivals are good as long as
The
it's
last
nice
festival
out.
we all went to, that was fun.
Okay, that was fun.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
was
Fun.
a
If it was
forgotten
a
city.
We all
little
became
warmer, it would've
friends.
been
Or we became friends with all you,
I
rather.
didn't need the festival.
Oh,
Yeah,
right
I
here.
meant that sweet.
Right here.
I meant that nice.
It was still
Anyway.
it was still fun.
Yeah, it was-
Genie in
that
a
was
bottle
fun.
nice.
I think.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it was fun.
You guys told me it was fun. so
That
I-
random arcade in the middle of the desert, that was that was insane.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I made the computer go to
Wait, that
sleep.
was Greg?
What?
No, not the one that's broadcasting.
okay.
Just the one that's
good.
doing the sound. I bumped it. Anyway, so. Ooh, yeah, no, we
Yes,
got it.
there
We're
it is.
live.
Got it.
Yep.
So it's kind of that time. It's kind of
It is. Should we have like
Kinda
a
gotta say goodbye,
philosophical
right?
takeaway?
yeah. I want to hear your
Does
philosophical
anyone?
take.
Oh, I have to
Or a
do it.
question for
I was
next
just
time.
suggesting
Do
it.
it,
I don't
Greg.
know if I want to do it. Do
No,
I have to do it?
I had an anecdote instead of a philosophical takeaway.
All right, yeah, let's
but
do
we,
it.
Let's do Would
no,
You
that was my
Rather.
anecdote of my high school thing. I mean, if there's a philosophy
All right.
takeaway.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh God.
Go on.
Be excellent to each other.
Yeah. There we go. Now I can really
What?
play it out. Yeah.
Perfect. It's perfect.
Bill and Ted said.
Yeah, Bill and Ted.
That's right.
That's George Carlin right there.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
He was the dude. He was Rufus.
Yes, he
Guys,
was.
Yeah.
He was Rufus.
Damn no right. I know the characters' names in that movie.
Yeah.
Same thing with the stations in Bogus Journey.
Station.
Yo,
Station.
That scene where they're like in the nightmare realm.
Wait, Mike on this.
Yeah, that scene where they're in like the nightmare realm, and they go to those weird dreams, and they're all like have the really heavy like color overtones.
That was like
Where
a
it's,
deep movie scene. That was like a
That was
legit
10
movie.
years ago.
Yeah, where he like goes to like the word like all of them are creepy. Like you got Arlie Ermy as like the drill sergeant like screaming at him,
And the bunny.
the crazy Easter bunny.
Yeah.
But the grandma, the grandma's birthday dinner.
Give me a kiss. Oh,
That's the worst one, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's dark blue. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Just
That was traumatizing.
You ate your little brother's candy.
That was 12 years ago.
Anyway, you guys, goodbye for reals, though.
All right.
now time to talk shit about everyone.
RadioVegas.rocks, mention them for special deals with our sponsors.
I wish mine did that.
Yeah, so there's like a button under the table. Of course, I bumped it with my foot. How'd you do that? Ableton doesn't like it when I do that.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, so comment below wherever you're watching this, YouTube, Twitch. Let us know what we're doing. Tell us all the things that we said that were wrong, and we'll catch you next week. Thank you for playing. That's right. Yeah, one thing at a time.
Yeah.
I'll make one thing less shitty each episode. Look at them with their kicker headphones. Here's the thing, though. These things have got to be like some kind of polycarbonate in like 2 different types to be this light and take the abuse that they have. Right? Well, and then the tight,
Oh, I didn't even see that.
the joints. Oh, I know it's embroidered right there. But like that's something that Tesla gets some credit about, especially in the early models, or like a lower grade car, you judge the panel gap. The gap between the panels, and there's like such a good panel gap on these, and like no visible flashing.
If you want to clap,
That's
it's
good
style.
construction. Anyway, bye. Oh, like we've had these for like a year already. Yeah.
Like wear tear here yet?
No, the earpieces aren't messed, and even with all the crazy heads they've been on.
Yeah,
It's insane.
And it has a fast forward button for some reason.
I see that.
Why is there a
Actual
fast forward
stop.
button?
Goodbye.
Is that for DJing on the go?